Today we're playing the weakest dink. A bunch of listeners called in, and they spun the wheel, and each one was assigned to one of us from the show. So me and Artie, Howard, Robin, Fred, John, KC, we're all going to play the weakest dink, and whichever one of us wins, we're going to win a car for a listener.
What's your prediction for the game today?
Yeah, I can surprise you. I know some stuff.
You think you're going to take it?
Yeah, maybe. It depends on what kind of questions you get. That's the whole thing. I mean, it's really a crapshoot. It's luck.
You think they're going to try and snowball you to give you hard questions?
I think Vinny will be fair. You know, he's fat.
So John, how do you think you're going to do on the game?
Well, I think I'm going to do pretty good. You know, I sit at home and I watch these games and I go, dude, how don't you know the answer to that? So I think everything should be fine. I mean, you know, I just hope I don't choke.
All right, let's turn our attention to some anxious people over here who I want to say hello to for the weakest dink. Now, let me tell you what's going on here. In order to give away this Dodge Durango, each one of us, myself, Gary, John, Fred, Robin, Casey, and Artie, will all be playing weakest dink.
That's right.
We sent Vinny home to come up with questions. None of us have seen them.
He came up with these all by himself?
Yes, he did.
168 questions.
Now, for example, there's a guy over here. What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy is going to be my guy. Bro, I'd love to win for you, but I don't hold out much hope.
I got faith in you.
It's a long shot. I choke as soon as they ask me a question. I choke.
He deserves to win, Howard. You should
I
play
think
as hard as you can.
Now, Robin's contestant, this is Nancy. Is that right, Nancy?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine.
All right. Now, you stand a good chance. I'll tell you, I think it's going to come down to Robin or Fred.
I don't know. Was
Gary.
Vinny answering the asking the questions?
Yep.
We're in
Gary.
trouble, Fred.
It's going to be Gary.
Robin, I have faith.
Dodge Durango, nice car.
Beautiful.
But you would like that car. It's a good prize.
I'd like to win it for you.
Fred's contestant. Your name is Alana, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing, Alana?
Hi.
Are you all right over there or what?
I'm really excited.
Yeah, well, you stand a good shot. Fred is probably the odds-on favorite.
She's probably got the, she's thinking of driving home right now.
You got a license?
Now, Alana, it says you have 40 triple D breasts.
Yeah,
is that true?
Wow. Yeah.
Let me see those.
Move that Fred side.
Come on.
Wow. 40 triple D. Oh, my God.
Iron Maiden. Robin, you got competition.
Those are implants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard,
What does Alana do?
they basketballs?
Why'd you go so big?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say? Were you a stripper?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
Are those
Sex movies?
All right. Well, anyway, you have very big breasts.
Alana, do you
She's
know,
just like Fred.
Did you steal them?
do you know where you are right now?
I don't want to say.
Look like a couple of midgets hiding underneath their shirt.
All right, Alana.
I'm Howard's biggest fan.
Well, that's all that
bad.
counts.
That's true.
And let me tell you something. You've got Fred Norris playing for you.
Lucky girl.
And really, Fred is the best at all these kinds of trivia games and things. He has a lot. What?
I'm going to do my best.
Why don't you just
Thank
hand
you.
her the keys now?
Yeah, why do we have to suffer the humiliation of being beaten by Fred?
That's right. Let's all concede.
Gary Dell'Abate, who, by the way, is pretty good at this stuff, won Rock and Roll
no
Jeopardy.
slacker, yeah.
No slacker. Mike, you're with Gary.
That's me, Howard, yeah.
Married 20 years, 2 daughters.
Yeah, that's me.
Long-time
Nice,
listener. You call into the show frequently.
All the time.
Well, Gary, you don't stand a bad chance with. I think it's going to either be Fred, Robin, or Gary. Those are the top three.
Real
Stuttering
confident in
John
Gary.
says he has an IQ of 150 or something.
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, but we've never seen evidence of it.
I took it on the IQ test on the show.
No offense to Laura, who is on the phone. She couldn't be with us because she's in California. Laura, you're playing with Artie, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Well, you should have stayed in California.
Yeah,
Hang up.
no need for you to come here.
Come on, Artie can do it. I am 100% for Artie.
Artie's got a lot of good trivia sense. Yeah, he's
smart.
Artie knows some weird
This
stuff.
is not trivia.
He knows like names of people in movies.
Yeah,
Information.
barely.
Sports, he's good.
Yeah.
This is information.
knowledge.
Laura, I
General
hope you're happy with your current car.
Artie, I got 100% faith in you. You can do it.
All right,
right, babe,
hold the
I'm with
line,
you.
baby.
Do your best. I'm right here rooting for you.
You got it. Yeah, Howard, you know what
One thing I like about Laura, at least she encouraged her celebrity.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know what I feel sorry for? What's the guy over there that's standing behind KC's podium?
Yeah, well, What's your name?
Trace.
Trace, you don't stand a chance.
Hey, Trace, don't worry about it. I used to play Jeopardy in college with my roommates, and I won most of the time.
Strip Jeopardy.
Right, he used to be
Gay Jeopardy.
Buckethead.
Yeah, he beat Buckethead.
He plays Gay Jeopardy, and he won. Listen, Trace, I understand that you're a film director. Is that right?
I am a struggling screenwriter and director. Sure.
Is that right?
I'm working my way up there.
What movie have you directed?
I directed a movie called Serial Killing for Dummies, which I believe will be out on video under the title Serial Killer. And it has a cameo by your friend Corey Feldman.
And I see the recording star Lisa Loeb is in it
Lisa
as well.
Loeb and Thomas Hayden Church star in it.
All the biggies.
All the biggies.
You
It was
got
a
the guy
big.
from
It was an independent, low budget thing. But I think
Why
you'll
would they
like
change the name from Serial Killing for Dummies? Is that because that's a
Trademark.
Trademark?
Yeah, the producers messed up this movie. It was done a while ago. They really messed it up, and now it's finally coming out on video. And they were worried that they were going to get sued, so they changed the name to that awful title, Serial Killer.
All right, here we go. Now,
Good luck, Tracy.
All right, so
Thank you, John.
everyone, you guys are going to go in the green room. We're going to play.
Good luck to you all.
Good luck to you all. I mean, I want to say to my guy, hey, I hope I win.
Come on, Gary.
You done it, dude. You done it.
Tommy.
There's no question about it. It's all you.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Gary. I got faith in you.
It's
a little too late, guys.
Over there? Is that?
They just totally forget you, John.
I know.
It's like you don't even count. You know.
No
Don't worry,
hope.
man.
All of the players getting words of encouragement from the various listeners who have won a shot.
Except John.
We didn't even talk to John's contestant.
You didn't talk to John's guy.
I didn't talk to John's guy.
He's all upset.
Come here, come back here.
John's guy.
I'm sorry, I left you out. What's your name?
No, it's all right.
Go ahead. What's your name?
Danny.
Stuttering John is not going to win this.
I know.
Oh, thank you, Danny. And now I don't want to win.
No, I'm only kidding.
Oh, come on. Give him some
I
incentive,
don't care.
man.
I'll play it for my ego.
All right.
I think you got a good shot.
huge.
I really do.
All right.
You do? In what
Much like
respect?
your lips,
Have you ever heard Robin or Fred at this kind of stuff? They're brilliant on it.
Yeah, I do, but I got to have a little faith.
And Gary's awesome.
Yeah, Gary's
Gary
really
is good.
scary.
Gary is good, but I got to have faith in my guy.
All right. Okay, take care, and we'll
you.
put you in the green room. And if by any chance you win, I'll get you back in here.
I hate to say it, but Gary could be the dark horse.
He certainly is the horse.
All right, everybody go over to your place on the podium, and we'll begin playing the weakest dink.
Hosted by Vinny Favale.
Yeah, Vinny, are you going to be able to handle this?
Yes, I am. I am ready.
Talk directly into that microphone, Vinny.
I have been rehearsing nonstop.
All right, I got to
Hold
get
right
over.
on the bus.
It's going to take me a second to get over there. I'm going to cut off my own mic now.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? All right, we're
Robin,
hanging in there.
Get in here.
Who's the most nervous?
Howard's walking over to the podium now.
I'm pretty nervous.
Howard's
the most nervous.
Artie, what do you think?
I'm pretty nervous, but I think I got a good shot.
Casey?
Hey, I think I'm going to surprise a lot of people here.
You have to be quick, though. You have to be quick.
How many seconds I got?
You get 10 seconds. There will be a clock, okay? If you say if you say an answer.
Oh, shut up, Vinny.
No, listen.
He loves being a host.
Yeah.
The first answer you say is your answer. You can't correct yourself. I'm going to cut you off at that point.
By the way,
Is that where the game stops?
What?
At that point, I will say the correct answer, and then we go to the next person who gets their own question.
Okay, so
don't
an
try
incorrect answer gets you out of the game.
No, it doesn't get out of the game.
No, you
Just
can move on. How long is each round?
4 questions per round.
Okay,
If
good.
we get
All
a
right.
tie for 2 weakest links at the end of the round, quick face-off. Question.
All right.
Okay?
I don't understand
play
how
the
this
game.
goes. I'll just follow along.
Just answer.
So
the
answer
best
all
you can.
questions.
Now, who's going to start?
We're going to start in order, Howard, left to right. From Howard to Artie.
I suck at this.
Oh, will you stop it?
on, baby.
Are you
just set himself
I
up.
hate it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. I don't like
Get
Reverse
out.
psychology.
You know, I once played Gary in Rock'n'Roll Jeopardy. I couldn't think of one thing.
I thought you beat him.
No, Dee Snider helped me
Oh,
with
that's
that. I
true.
didn't know any of that stuff.
But this is general knowledge.
General
right,
knowledge.
okay.
He beat you in regular Jeopardy,
I guarantee
didn't he?
you all know the answers to these questions.
All right.
Okay?
Come on. Let's get
Okay,
going.
let's play the weakest stink. You guys
All
ready? Okay, Howard, first question to you. Who was the first woman to fly an airplane solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
Correct. Gary, in chemistry, which element from the periodic table combines with oxygen to form water?
Hydrogen.
Correct. John, in history, who was convicted for the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy?
I know the guy's name.
You're an idiot.
I know. I know the guy's name. How much time I got?
Wrong, Sirhan Sirhan.
I knew it.
You idiot.
I knew
Okay,
it.
Fred, in computer terms, what does the acronym DOS stand for?
Digital operating system.
Correct. Incorrect. Disk operating system.
That's all.
Robin,
Yes.
in history, what was the name of the second man to walk on the moon?
Gene Shepard.
Incorrect. Buzz
He's a
Aldrin.
radio guy.
Gene Shepard.
Wait, go ahead. Come on.
Yeah,
Go
okay,
ahead.
wrong, Robin. It was Buzz Aldrin. Okay, Casey.
Questions.
Which short-lived dance craze inspired the 1990 movie The Forbidden Dance?
The Charleston.
Very wrong. Lambada. Artie, in sports, which baseball slugger was known as the Yankee Clipper?
Oh, Joe DiMaggio. Oh, come on.
I
You're
wouldn't have known
setting
that.
this up.
I wouldn't have known
man.
that.
You're setting
It was
this
Go
up.
ahead,
random.
Max,
When
go
I was
ahead.
a kid, Howard, okay, second set of questions. Howard, in economics, which animal represents a declining stock market?
Bear.
Correct.
Oh, come
Gary,
on.
in holidays, which U.S. federal observance occurs on the last Monday in May?
Memorial Day.
Correct. John, in jewelry, how many carats are in pure gold?
In pure gold, 24.
Correct. Fred, what famous New York disco was opened by Steve Rebell and Ian Schrager in 1977?
Studio 54.
Correct. Robin, in literature, who wrote the novels From Russia with Love and Goldfinger?
Oh, Ian Fleming.
Correct. Casey, in music, who wrote the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner?
An idiot.
Scott.
Wrong. Francis Scott Key. Artie, who was the first African American to be crowned Miss America?
Vanessa Williams.
Correct. Howard, in language, what two-word French phrase translates to "have a good journey"?
Au revoir.
Wrong. Bon voyage. Gary, what is the two-word motto for the Boy Scouts of America?
Be prepared.
Correct. John, what trademarked line of underwear was founded in 1876 by partners Bradley, Voorhees, and Day?
BBD. That was worth it.
Correct. Joe Cocker got that right.
I thought he was going to run out of time.
Fred,
Yeah.
in history, JFK's assassin Lee Harvey Oswald was in turn shot by whom?
Beg your pardon? In turn shot by whom? The Dallas Police.
Incorrect. Jack Ruby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Robin,
Yes.
in medicine, which emergency maneuver named for a Cincinnati surgeon is used to treat choking victims?
Heimlich maneuver.
Correct. KC, in nature, heroin and opium are derived from the seed pods of which type of flower?
Poppy.
Correct. Artie, the name of what U.S. city is Spanish for City of Angels?
Los Angeles.
Oh.
He gives them every, like,
I know he's getting softball.
It was random. Howard, in business, what table salt company features an image of a girl with an umbrella on its package?
Morton's.
Correct. Gary, in which month does the U.S. holiday Columbus Day occur?
Columbus Day is October.
Correct. John, named by its creator, what type of bed, what's the name of the bed that folds up inside of a wall or a closet? It was named after its creator.
He's an idiot.
wait, folds up in a wall. Folds up in a wall?
Yes!
That's a wall, John.
Mr. Fold.
Wrong. Murphy. Murphy bed.
Never heard of it.
Fred, what was the code name for Woodward and Bernstein's secret Watergate source? Correct. Robin, in science, physicist Edwin Land founded which instant film and camera company?
Instant film and camera Kodak.
Wrong. Polaroid.
Oh, what am I thinking?
KC, while visiting a Trenton, New
We're all
Jersey
joking
school.
Wait. Shh. Start again.
While visiting a Trenton, New Jersey school, former VP Dan Quayle famously misspelled what word?
Potato.
Correct. Artie, in computer language, what does the acronym FAQ stand for?
No idea.
Okay, frequently asked questions. Round is over.
All right.
Wait, you know what?
Wait a second. Shh. Let's hear who the
Hold
weakest
on.
link was.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
I know it wasn't me.
Could be me.
I think it was KC.
Okay. Wait, four-way tie for the weakest link.
Who are the weakest links?
Well, the Gary was the strongest.
Okay.
So the weakest links are, who are they here?
Should just
We
eliminate
got
all of them.
John, Fred, Robin, Casey. No. Who is it? You got to tell me.
You know, we should have just eliminated all the weakest links because then we'd be done with the damn game.
I know that Robin and Casey were tied, which was
Right, I
So
know.
who are the four tied?
Robin.
Fred.
Fred, John, Robin.
Wait,
and Casey.
tell us who the
Okay.
weakest four are.
Okay, the weakest ones were Artie and Howard.
What? Oh, God.
No, Howard. The weakest ones are Casey, Robin, Fred, and
Doug, how many
Robin, and Casey
are tied for the weakest?
Say them so we can hear.
John, Fred, Robin, and Casey are tied for the weakest. They got 2 right.
It's us 3.
You mean me, Artie, and Gary are the only ones left?
We're the strongest.
No,
we're supposed to have a challenge.
We're going to do a quick face-off between them, and one of them gets kicked out. Okay, you ready?
Oh, boy.
It's going to take 17 hours, this game.
I want to know who Artie is using his hand on to get those.
Well, Howard,
questions.
after this round, it probably.
Please.
Hold on. You know, wait, I've misplaced this one.
He missed the question.
Come on!
Specifically.
Come on.
Hold on, 1 second.
Come on, Vinny!
Are you you're choking as host?
I'm choking.
Hosting is easy.
Wait,
You and Doug are
got
2
the
idiots.
answer.
I'll take myself out to move this
I
thing
can't
along.
believe I did this. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, I have it.
Just go one.
Okay, you ready? Okay, we're going to start
you?
with John. Okay. In science, what single-celled fungi causes bread to rise and beer to ferment?
Single-celled fungi.
Causes beer to rise and bread to rise and beer to ferment.
Yeast.
You're out
Too
of
late.
time.
You're wrong.
Okay, we don't have to do the rest. You got it. Oh,
do you
no,
mean?
they might
You
talk.
gotta go through.
Fred, okay, yeah. Fred,
Play the game!
what form of therapeutic massage gets its name from the Japanese meaning?
Shiatsu.
Correct. Robin, who was the second woman appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court?
Oh, wait a minute. Can't think of her name. Got her face. She's from New York.
Wrong. Ruth Ginsburg. Okay, KC. In 1871, reporter Henry Stanley was sent to Africa to search for what Scottish explorer?
Connery.
Do me a favor. Can you explain where you got that answer?
I
He's
guess.
not even
I don't know what it
listening.
is.
So now we got to go through more?
No. Now we have a weakest link. And
No, you have 3 weakest links.
You have the 3 weakest links to go.
with
This is the worst conceived game.
Well thought out. Really?
Now, John.
Okay. All right. Real quick.
No, wait a second.
What are you talking about?
Everybody,
I'm the only one that got the answer, right?
Right. Fred's the only one left in the
These 3
round.
didn't get the
So
answer.
that when don't they
So that
get
means-
eliminated?
No, because you're eliminating the last person. So now it's.
They're trying to throw out one per round.
Now you got 3 more weakest links.
Why
That
don't
was
you
our
vote
rules.
someone out?
Jeez.
What?
Why don't you just vote
No.
Okay, real quick then, the 3 that are remaining. John, in language, what French term for dead-end street literally means bottom of the bag?
Dead End Street?
Yes. French term.
We're only in the first round?
Au revoir.
Build a car faster than this.
Cul-de-sac, wrong. Robin, in history, what was the number of the first manned Apollo mission to land on the moon?
Jesus, here we go with these space questions.
We're going to be here all day.
7.
You know, when we were thinking
7,
about this,
she said.
Wrong.
It's
KC,
ridiculous.
what is the only U.S. state name that ends with the letter K?
Arkansas.
No.
New York.
New York.
Ah, man.
Okay, do we have another tie?
Yes.
I am so sorry.
Wait. I got to take a break. We got
Take a
to
break. We need to rethink.
here's what
rethink it. It's whoever's the weakest link.
Now, Howard,
so
you know what he's doing wrong? He should give us 3
if there's
questions.
5 weakest links, you get rid of them all. And let's move on.
That's probably how you
Okay,
should
why don't
do
we
it.
make the next round that way?
That's how you'll do the next round. All right. We'll be here all frickin' day.
I didn't
Well,
watch the
eliminate
show.
someone. Go ahead.
Okay, well, KC, you're gone for saying
Why?
Arkansas.
Okay, I guessed.
All right, so he's the weakest link, but Robin was weak too.
Yeah, we all got the same amount wrong. That's not fair.
And John got it wrong.
We should go to a break and discuss this.
No, just, you know what? Do 3
I
more.
can't change the rules and made a game.
No, you're right.
3 more questions between
The
me.
lawyers are listening.
All right,
We-
give John.
I don't want to be eliminated,
Okay, let's-
but
She's willing to be
Okay,
eliminated.
Who's left?
I know. We're all choking.
no, I'm not willing to be
It's John.
eliminated.
Go ahead,
You're
John.
giving me
John.
space questions.
John, go ahead.
In literature, what is the name of the young protagonist in The Catcher in the Rye?
It's so easy. I know. I can't think of it. Hold on. J.D. Salinger wrote it. Hold on.
Who's on the clock?
Let's all answer this one
Holden
question.
Caulfield.
Oh, I could have answered that.
I'm blanking out.
Robin, in television, conjunction, junction, and
Give the answer to John's
I
question.
told him Holden Caulfield.
All right, go ahead.
Robin, in television, conjunction, junction, and I Am Just a Bill were part of which Saturday morning series of animated shorts?
Oh, that was conjunction, junction. Oh, I know this. See, I'm doing
See,
the
I
John
quit.
thing.
Problem
That's
is I
rock
quit.
and roll, ABC, something.
Schoolhouse Rock.
I know everyone I don't get.
KC, which phase? When facing Mount Rushmore, which president's head is farthest to your left?
Lincoln.
Wrong, George Washington.
Look, we're going to be here all day. Here's what you do. Here's what you do.
Gotta go.
I'm going to take a break. Ask them questions during the
During
friggin'
the
break.
break.
Okay, we'll
and
do.
come up with a weakest link, or we'll be here all effing day.
You're all weak links. That's the problem.
Dude, and all four should have been eliminated.
That's not how the game is
But it
played,
should have
but
been.
That's not what you made the
All
contest.
right.
We discussed it. It's not-
All right. Let's take a break.
Take a break.
We'll ask
John,
questions during
take a
the break.
Go ahead, take a break. John, in 1940,
All right, take the break.
what candy company?
Wait. We're taking a break.
I thought we were asking questions during the break.
We are, but let's take the break.
John, in 1940, what candy company introduced its peppermint patty?
York.
Correct. Robin, which Popeye cartoon character is known for saying, "I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a
Wimpy.
hamburger today"? Correct. KC, which Truman Capote book recounts the 1959 murder of a rural Kansas family?
Oh, that's an easy.
Of Mice and Men.
All right, so he's the weakest one. Now, as predicted during the commercial break, because of our ill-conceived game that went on and on and on, finally, in the runoff, KC was eliminated with what question, Vinny?
He was eliminated with the book.
No. What state ends in letter K?
No, you weren't listening. Which Truman Capote book recounts the 1959 murder of a rural Kansas family?
Which is in cold blood.
Okay, now ask the other two questions. What's the other guy?
All right. Casey, we don't have time, but you're out of the match.
All right, all I want to say is I'm not the weakest link. Vinny's the weakest link.
You are the weakest dink.
And by the way, in the next couple of rounds, if there are multiple weakest people, they all leave at once.
Hey, Casey, there's a good reason you have a stupid look on your face. You are stupid.
Vinny,
Vin,
I'd like to.
Vin, I know who the fattest link is, and it's you.
That's funny.
Casey, how many did Casey get right in the whole? What did he get? 2 out of 12?
Yeah, actually, Casey did. You know, the people who should be embarrassed are Robin and John.
No, I'm
that they
not
tied with
embarrassed.
Casey in their
Your
first
questions are horrible.
In all
Your
the
questions
That
variations of the
Artie
game.
and Howard are beating me and Fred is crazy.
Big sham. See, Vinny needed somebody to go right away, so he chose me. He asked John, who makes peppermint patties? Everybody knows who does that. And he asked what cartoon Wimpy was from. Everybody knows that too. And then he asked me some obscure question from like some literature from 1950, which nobody knows.
Do you think Vinny's got a hidden agenda?
Yeah, he did. He wanted to end the game. That's what happened.
Alright, how do you feel?
I knew he was gonna lose, so it's no surprise. He's my retard, you know? What am I gonna do?
You got a personal message for Casey?
Stay out of the sun tanning booths and go to the library more often.
Alright, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get ready to play round 2 of the weakest stink.
Now
Okay,
start off with the strongest.
we're going to start with Howard again. You ready?
All right, that was, by the way, the longest first round in the history, but Casey has been eliminated. All right, here we go.
Shows.
Howard, according to the U.S. Constitution, no one may be elected president more than how many times?
Twice.
Correct. Gary, in movies, which character in The Wizard of Oz wants a brain?
I don't have a brain. Would be the Scarecrow.
Correct. John, which American revolutionary figure became synonymous with the word traitor by forming an alliance with Britain?
Benedict Arnold.
Correct. Robin, in religion, which...
Fred.
That's Fred, yes.
Sorry. In religion, which holy city do devout Muslims turn toward in prayer 5 times a day?
Mecca.
Correct. Robin, what character beckoned "I want you" on World War II Army recruiting posters?
Uncle Sam.
Correct. Artie, in astronomy, which British scientist was the first to calculate the orbit of a comet?
Galileo.
Ooh. Artie, you are the weakest stink. Correct. Wrong. You're right.
All right, so now, Artie, you are eliminated.
Just one
time around, and then if we keep...
Oh, no.
How many times around are we going? Twice?
Yeah,
4?
I guess so 4 times, yeah.
Yeah, he said 4 questions.
Oh, my God, 4 times.
I get the astronomy question.
Oh, my God, we're going to be here all month. All right, go ahead.
This is the rest of the show,
Go ahead.
Howard. Get used to it.
Howard, in the opening credits of The Brady Bunch, which character appears in the center square?
Mr. Brady.
Wrong, Alice. Gary, what novel by a John Steinbeck What novel by John Steinbeck follows the Joad family during the Great Depression?
The Grapes of Wrath?
Correct. John, what does the letter C stand for in the birthing method known as a C-section?
Cesarean.
Correct. Fred, in mythology, what Roman god of love was the son of Venus?
Mercury.
Wrong. Cupid. Robin, which actor sent a woman called 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗏 to refuse his 1973 Academy Award?
Marlon Brando.
Correct. Artie, what four-word motto was added to U.S. coins in 1864?
In God we trust.
Correct. Howard, in science, what is the chemical symbol for water?
H2O.
Correct. Gary, in medicine, what family-founded hospital in Rochester, Minnesota treats more than 200,000 patients every year?
The Mayo Clinic?
Correct. John, what is the last word of the Pledge of Allegiance?
The last word is all.
Correct. Fred, in history, who was the only U.S. president to be sworn into an office on an airplane?
LBJ.
Correct. Robin, the Heisman Trophy is awarded annually to the best player in which collegiate sport?
Football.
Correct. Artie, introduced in 1981, which stainless steel sports car shares its name with the man who created it?
Lamborghini.
Wrong. DeLorean. Howard, in computer terminology, which is larger, a gigabyte or a megabyte?
Gigabyte.
Correct. Gary, what General Mills cereal contains stars and clovers that claims to be magically delicious?
Lucky Charms.
Correct. John, the leaf featured on the current Canadian flag is from which type of tree?
Maple.
Correct. Fred, what 1970 song by Van McCoy started a dance step by the same name? Correct. Robin, what train that ran from Paris to Istanbul was the subject of an Agatha Christie mystery?
The Orient Express.
Correct. Okay, final question for Artie. In U.S. currency, how many nickels make up $1?
20.
Correct. Okay, you got the totals?
Hey, Artie, I think you're the weakest link.
Yeah, I
you
think
saved
so,
my
yeah.
ass.
Oh, you don't get any more Joe DiMaggio questions, Vinny?
Yeah, more baseball.
Okay.
Could you say which guy was busted for coke?
The strongest were Gary, John, and Robin, and the weakest link is Artie.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I've redeemed myself.
Hold on. Me, Robin, and Gary were stronger than Fred. Ooh.
Oh, take it easy.
Hey, Artie.
Should I? Yeah, go ahead.
You're
What?
as astute as a fat comedian on a date with a hooker in a Las Vegas.
All right, skip the put down.
All right, so what happened in there, Artie?
It was a bunch of crap. The first round, I get 3 out of 4. It's me, Howard, and Gary left. And, that should have been the 3 finalists. Me, Howard, and Gary. Would have been quick to the point, and we would have handled it. Now we got to keep going, and I got to get asked computer questions. And, who discovered Halley's Comet? Like, that's easy.
Round 3 of the weakest link.
I hate this.
Howard, you're first. In U.S. measurements, how many inches are in a linear yard?
36.
Correct. Gary, in mythology, how many eyes did Cyclops have?
1.
Correct. John, a millennial anniversary marks the passing of how many years?
2000.
Wrong. 1,000. Fred, in science, the process of heating milk to remove harmful bacteria was named for which
Louis
French?
Pasteur, you dope.
Wait.
Yeah, he's not letting me.
He gave the wrong answer. Let's go.
You're wrong. You have to let me. You said it
Fine,
wrong.
so
You're
go
wrong.
ahead.
Okay, fine. You want to take me out? Take me out, you big fat bastard.
You're an idiot. Robin.
You're a fatso.
Yeah, well,
Could
you're
they
stupid.
stop fighting before I hear my question?
Robin.
Robin, which children boards game features the Gumdrop Pass and Lollipop Woods?
Candyland.
Correct. Howard, in medicine, hepatitis is a disease of what human organ?
Liver.
Correct. Gary, in a U.S. horse race, the term place describes a horse finishing in which of the top 3 spots?
Second.
Correct. John, Turn On, Tune In, Drop Out is a book written by which LSD guru?
What's the guy's name? Devil's name. Abby Hoffman.
Wrong. Timothy Leary. Fred, wait till I finish the question. Okay. In language, the term smog is a combination of what 2 words?
Smoke and fog.
Correct. Robin, Latin for to entrust. What legal term means to seclude a jury from outside contact?
Sequester?
Correct. Howard, on November 19th, 1863, what speech dedicating a national cemetery was delivered by President Lincoln? Clock is ticking.
No coaching.
Gettysburg Address. Sorry.
Couldn't think of it. I told you I suck at this.
Hey, we've all had those moments.
Cheating
I knew sequester. Go ahead.
Gary, what 1976 film popularized the line, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore"?
Network.
Correct. John, according to the U.S. flag code, what is the preferable method for disposing of a worn-out American flag?
Burying it.
Wrong. Burning. Fred, in food, what term for ordering separately priced items is French for by the menu?
A la carte.
Correct. Robin, during Prohibition, which Justice Department agent led the unit known as the Untouchables?
Oh, that was Elliot Ness.
Correct. Howard,
Go ahead.
Howard,
Is that it?
no, this is the last set. Okay?
You don't need it.
I'm already the weakest link.
John's out.
John's out.
Okay.
Damn,
John?
I'm just trying to shorten the game up.
Okay, John,
He's no way statistically he
You know
could
what's
win.
funny? John just keeps complaining about the quality of the questions that he gets.
I knew your questions.
No. I knew I screwed up on
I knew
Millennium.
Timothy Leary.
I thought Millennium.
So John is the weakest link?
John is the weakest dink.
Oh,
So are
Dink.
you.
Hey, John,
right.
Robin Quivers has a 50-inch bust, and you have an IQ that matches.
Hey.
And then he's dressed in purple,
Be quiet over here.
which goes with his plum shape.
John, what happened?
I choked. It's so easy to answer everybody else's questions until they ask you, and then I just went blank, like Sirhan. I mean, God, it just kept going through my head, and I just blanked out.
What happened?
He did all right. He just didn't answer all the questions right.
Are you disappointed?
Not at all. Not at all. It was great to be in the studio. I've been a fan for 13 years. It was just nice to be in the studio and to see everybody working.
Did you expect John to go 3 rounds?
Yeah, I actually have faith. Yeah.
All right. So do you have any last words for John?
Thanks anyway, bro.
All right. Thanks for coming down.
All right. Thanks.
All right, now let me just recap here. We're playing
Who was
for
the strongest link?
Robin was the strongest. John was the weakest.
Gary was the strongest. Like, I haven't missed a question yet.
I didn't miss a question that round.
All right, listen to me. We're playing for a 2002 Durango. I hate this game. I couldn't think of Gettysburg Address, but I'm somehow still in it. It's Howard, Gary, Fred, and Robin.
Okay.
And
as it should be.
There's someone in the green room who could win this Durango,
There you go.
depending on who wins here.
Okay, you ready, guys?
All right, here we go.
Round 4 of the weakest link. Howard, in medicine, Barney Clark was the recipient of the first permanent artificial version of what organ?
Heart.
Correct. Gary, hay fever is caused by an allergy to what powder-like spores produced by plants?
Pollen.
Correct. Fred, on April 8th, 1974, what baseball player broke Babe Ruth's career home run record?
Hank Aaron.
Correct. Robin, in math, what is 199 plus 199?
Don't know.
Oh, that's your answer. Wrong. 398. Howard, Dr. Jonas Salk developed the vaccine for what disease known as infantile paralysis?
Polio.
Correct. Gary, what does the B in the U.S. military aircraft B-52 stand for?
Bomber.
Correct. Fred, if you were playing Baccarat in Las Vegas Casino, what would you be playing with, cards or dice?
Cards.
Correct. Robin, which U.S. muffler company shares its name with the mythical king that had the golden touch?
Midas.
Correct. Howard, in law, what do the letters in the traffic offense DUI stand for?
Driving under the influence.
Correct. Gary, what was the first widely used brand of disposable diaper introduced by Procter & Gamble?
Pampers.
Correct. Fred, which is the only Ivy League university located in New Jersey?
Princeton.
Correct. Robin, in geography, the Americas were named after which Italian explorer?
Amerigo. Vespucci Amerigo.
We'll give you Amerigo. You got it right. Howard, in baseball, what does the acronym ERA stand for?
Earned run to average.
Correct. Nice. Gary, what Gene Hackman movie is about a cruise ship turned upside down by a tidal wave?
Poseidon Adventure.
Correct. Fred, in music, Walter Becker and Donald Fagen are better known by what
Steely
band?
Dan.
Correct. Robin, which U.S. holiday is named for the patron saint of lovers?
St. Valentine.
Correct. Okay, that's the round. What do you got?
No, just keep going, I think.
Oh, that's it.
No, that's a round.
No, I'm the weakest link.
Robin.
Yeah,
Robin,
I
you are
missed
the
that one
weakest
question because I thought it was a multiplication problem.
Robin is eliminated, and
Sorry.
oh wait, Vinny has to insult you before you leave.
Robin, let me guess. 5th grade was your senior year?
Are you disappointed in the outcome?
How could I not be? I lost.
But at least you beat Casey and John and Artie.
That's not saying much. I should have beaten Howard.
Are you a little disappointed?
Sure.
Seem a little speechless over.
Well, what fun to be here. And hopefully I'll get an autograph before I split.
Okay, you're happy that Robin at least went about 4 rounds?
Oh, big time. She's a champion. I'm a fan regardless.
Do you have any little last words for Robin?
Thanks for giving it a go.
Well, lo and behold, I'm up against Gary and Fred, which seems impossible to me.
No, you're doing good.
I'm doing good. I'm barely hanging in by a thread.
I would never in a million years know that you would have known to earn run average.
Yeah, that was
really
amazing. I was more impressed with the Morton Salt
Yeah, I was
question.
hoping that would save me.
All right, I'm hanging in by a thread. There are 3 people left in the green room who are now hoping to win a 2002 Dodge Durango from Yonkers Avenue Dodge, which is a great place to buy a Dodge.
You sure they're still there?
They're there waiting.
Wow.
They want this prize.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Another gut-wrenching round that I hate.
Of the weakest Dink. Let's go. Howard, in what movie did Faye Dunaway play Joan Crawford?
Mommy Dearest.
Correct. Gary, in television, what was the name of the Cartwright's Ranch on the Western Bonanza?
The Ponderosa.
Correct. Fred, the affliction known as gingivitis is characterized by an inflammation of what part of the mouth?
The gums.
Correct. Howard, in the Old Testament, God gave the 10 Commandments to which prophet?
Moses.
Correct. Gary, how many ounces are there in the U.S. measure of 1 pint?
16.
Correct. Fred, what is the name of the salesman in Arthur Miller's play Death of a Salesman?
Willie Loman.
Correct. Howard, which Italian dictator was known as Il Duce?
Mussolini.
Correct. Gary, which Welsh actor did Elizabeth Taylor marry and divorce twice?
Richard Burton.
Fred, which sportsman referred to himself as the luckiest man on the face of the earth upon his retirement?
Lou Gehrig.
Howard, in which Washington, D.C. theater was President Abe Lincoln shot in 1865? Ford's Theater.
Ford's Theater. All I can think is John Wilkes Booth. You see, I'm out now. You see, I
don't know.
Well, you don't know.
I could not think of that.
You don't know.
Gary, during which president's administration were both Robert Kennedy and Martin Luther King assassinated?
That was during Lyndon Johnson's.
Correct. Fred, what is the name of the residence of the mayor of New York City?
Gracie Mansion.
Correct.
All right, I'm out.
Okay, Howard.
God damn.
Oh, well, you lasted longer than me.
Yeah, but I should know that. Ford Theater. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, Casey, you don't act like you knew that.
199 plus 199.
I'm laughing because you got it wrong and you called them all bastards.
I wanted to win. I just wanted to. But I knew I couldn't.
Good.
In fact, I thought I'd be the first one eliminated, so I'm happy with my standing, and I apologize to the guy I'm playing for. Go ahead, inside.
Howard, Wendy the retard is more clever than you are.
That wasn't that funny.
That's because Fred wrote it.
Are you disappointed?
No, I'm had a lot of fun here. I mean, he tried his best, and it's just, an honor coming up here and meeting everyone.
So do you have any words for Howard?
No, he tried his best. I thank you for, trying to win the Durango for me, but, I came with nothing. I'm leaving with nothing. I'm happy, so.
Are you surprised that Howard went as far as he did?
No, I mean, he's a very intelligent guy, so, I wasn't surprised at all. I thought he would have, I think he could have won it all, so.
All right. Good luck. And
thank you.
Thanks for coming
down. It was great coming up here.
Anyone want to bet?
Yes.
I bet on Fred.
I don't know,
but Gary's playing tough.
Yeah, he's playing tough, and it all depends on how.
Yeah, the question.
What's with the Lucky Charm question?
Yeah, come on, you softballed him.
Did you guys remember? Did you guys remember the Ford Theater?
I did.
Yeah,
you did.
But how many of you could have pulled out Amerigo Vespucci?
I did. I knew it, and it's Amerigo Vespucci.
And you said it wrong. It's America Vespucci.
You said it wrong. You shouldn't have got it.
I got it right.
Whatever.
I felt bad for you, Robin.
I don't think that Gary has missed one question yet.
Gary hasn't missed one question
He's been asked about Lucky Charm.
Oh,
come on.
I couldn't think of Lucky Charm.
Robin, you were asked what 199. You were asked what 199.
Terry, you're on the air.
Hey, Robin, this finally shows the world how stupid you really are.
Thank you. I'm not as stupid as you, but I am stupid.
Please, every day you get the news wrong. Every day.
Every day you listen to me. Every day you listen to me. Every day
All right,
you
okay.
wind up listening to me, you ass.
I could see that this is causing a lot of problems. Gary and Fred are left. Does anyone want to bet? I say Fred's going to win.
Gary's been playing tough.
He's been doing really well.
How much action you want?
I'll put I'll put $100 on Gary.
Really?
Really? I'm taking Fred for 100.
I mean, I think they're both got equal. I mean, Fred's great, but why not? For a little action.
Except I don't have 100 on me. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow for this.
Artie, tell me the things you won't bet on.
You know.
You want to go 100 with me? I got 100 on Fred.
Okay, yeah, just to make it interesting. I mean, I got nothing against either one of them.
Artie's very funny because he was playing the game with a cigarette in his mouth.
I think better. Astronomy and computers. Come on.
Yeah. Frequently asked question you should have known.
Yeah. I never had a computer before. Would you have known Yankee Clipper?
Yes.
Yes.
No. You would have known that, right?
No.
No?
All depends on
ERA was impressive. That was cool.
I was hanging in by a thread.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
DUI was hard. That's
no, that was a no-brainer.
I got a bunch of dittos that say that.
And I should have known Ford Theater.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Gary and Fred.
Any more bets?
Amazing what you blank out on.
Yes, you do.
The final round. We'll start with Gary.
How many questions in this round?
Four.
Okay.
There's 8 questions. Each are going to end up.
I bet Vinny screws it up.
I'll bet you 100 on that. I agree with you.
Okay.
Anybody want to go against us?
No.
All right. Let's be quiet and let it happen.
Okay. You ready, Gary? Here we go. How many quarts are there in the U.S. measure of 1 gallon?
Quarts of 4.
Correct. Fred, in U.S. politics, the elephant is a symbol of which political party?
That would be the Republicans.
Correct. Gary, in The Wizard of Oz, what did the lion want to ask the wizard for?
Courage.
Correct. Fred, in industry, which country produces more of the world's wine, France or the U.S.?
France.
Correct. Gary, which inventor was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park?
Thomas Edison.
Correct. Fred, which American teacher was chosen to be the first private citizen in space?
Sally Ride.
Wrong. Krista McAuliffe. Gary, in mythology, who was the Greek god of the sea?
The Greek god of the sea. I have no answer.
I know that one.
Go.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Neptune.
No.
Poseidon.
Jupiter? Poseidon.
Oh, wow.
Damn right.
Howard, you're as useless as a horn on an airplane. Okay. So you got that wrong, Gary. Fred, in fashion, the material cashmere is derived from the wool of which animal?
Sheep.
Wrong. Goat.
Damn.
We have a weakest link. That would be Fred. Gary, you're the winner.
Damn it, I lost 100.
And I get nothing. I get nothing.
But Gary was playing for Mike.
Why don't we bring Mike in here who just
Mike.
won himself a 2002 Dodge Durango.
Well, congratulations, Gary.
Thank you.
Wow, Gary, you are the strongest link.
And fear was not a factor for you.
At least in that game.
At least in that game.
The true survivor.
I was very close.
I suffered everything that you said that you'd suffer from. Just a blank out.
Oh, look at that.
There's our man. And
thank you.
There you go.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm all right.
You got to be excited. And
I'm ecstatic, man. This is unbelievable.
You've won a 2002 Dodge Durango because Gary was playing for you.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. You are aligned with a great guy now to present you with your car.
It's Kathy Finn. She's a great guy.
No, I'm talking to Mike is a great guy. Kathy, you're a great guy, too. Kathy Finn from Yonkers Avenue Dodge. Go ahead.
Hi. I just want to say congratulations. Yonkers Avenue Dodge is so happy to give you this Dodge Durango.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Kathy. And thank you, Howard.
Thank you. And by the way, Kathy, you're very attractive. What is your association with Yonkers Avenue Dodge?
I'm the business development manager at the dealership.
No kidding.
So I have a bunch of young ladies who are much younger and prettier than me who work at the dealership with me.
Are there hot chicks at Yonkers Avenue Dodge?
Oh,
really?
my God, there are.
I have 8 young ladies that work with me, and they're there to make sure that everyone's happy.
Are you married?
Code for anything?
Am I? No.
No?
No.
Well, let me tell you something, Mike. That mullet of yours is going to go great in a Dodge.
Yeah, he could drive down and get a trim on it.
You got the mullet hairdo.
Yeah, is that what it is?
You know how good you're going to look in that Dodge Durango with that mullet blowing in the wind?
You know, it works for me, Howard. I don't know.
You look good, believe me. You look a lot better than
Thank you. I love you, man.
I gotta say,
You know, he didn't thank Gary.
Oh, yeah, he did.
No, he did.
They were making out in the corner.
I love Gary, man. I love
You'll see it on the E! Show, yeah.
I gotta say, I don't know if this guy needs it the most because I saw him coming in this morning and he was with somebody. I said, "Who's that?" He goes, "That's my limo driver."
I'm with Pete the limo driver. That's right. He took me here.
Oh yeah, but that ain't your limo.
That's
right?
my cousin.
Your life.
That's cousin Pete. Yeah.
It's Cousine.
It's Cousine.
So wait a second. Never mind you guys. So you're a married woman?
No, I'm not.
You're single.
How'd that happen?
I'm a single New York City girl.
How old are you?
Really?
Well, how old do I look?
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask a woman.
25.
Okay, I'll take that.
But how old are you?
A little bit older than that.
You're under 33?
Oh, Gary.
No.
I'll tell you.
Well, she looks great.
I'd like to take you on a test drive.
Thank you.
Can we spin the wheel?
Well, anyone come on up to Yonkers Avenue Dodge, and I'll take you on a test drive.
Can I sit in the backseat of the movie theater with you?
You can definitely sit in the backseat of the movie theater, for sure.
Did you ever date a weakest dink?
I might go in that room and see.
You ever date a guy who didn't know what a frequently asked question was? Well, anyway, this was a great contest, and thanks for providing the great prize, the Dodge Durango. And
well, we're very excited to provide it, and we'd love to do it again sometime.
all right, Gary, congratulations.
Thank you.
You performed well.
You know what? He got a Durango. Artie got $100. I got nothing.
You got nothing. You got nothing from winning, but you still have your big teeth and gigantic lips.
A little bit of respect from the group, maybe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, take you to lunch with the 100.
Okay, great.
Well, how about Gary come back up to the dealership?
Okay, I'll be there.
We'll give you that as the prize.
Let's see. Mario wants to say something. What do you think, Mario?
I can't believe Gary's the strongest link. I always thought he was the missing link.
Gary won fair and square.
There
I told
you
you.
go. He beat us all.
I told you it was going to come down to either Fred or Gary or Robin.
I give him his props.
All right.
You outlasted me, Mr. I'll never get a question.
You did good.
I know.
Howard,
I was shocked.
You answered some tough questions.
Did I?
Really,
Like
what?
Yeah.
I didn't think any of them were tough. Joe, go ahead. You're on the air. Joe.
Still Laura.
Oh, Laura, sorry you lost.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, Artie, thanks. I know you really tried.
Joe, go ahead. You're on the air.
All right.
Howard.
Yeah.
I wonder if I get the last half hour of my life back.
What was it? Was the contest bad?
Yeah, it was horrible to listen to. I mean, between Vinny being terrible as the announcer, it was just awful.
But you stuck with it.
Is that his phone call?
Well, you always take that chance. I thought it was compelling to see who would win, but
yeah, if it didn't take so long to get rid of the first round, maybe it would have been a little better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, well, you were all stupid. Who knew? You know.
Well, we didn't think.
You are
First of all,
Howard, you asked the hard questions.
I went over the game. I can't believe Casey tied with 3 people in that.
Yeah,
first
because you
round.
gave crappy questions.
Howard,
That would have been great. So you would have eliminated 4
The
people.
real final
would
was
have been
Howard.
the
me,
first round.
Gary, and Howard. That should have been the real 3
a
finals.
true flaw in the contest is, Vinny asked a question to Fred that says H2O, and then he asked Gary a little later, what's the,
No.
Wait, how about
it's the same question.
You're wrong.
Let the guy on the phone talk, yeah?
How about if Robin would have just added 200 plus 200 and then subtracted 2?
I know.
I thought it was a multiplication question.
She has a
That's
block
why
with
I
math.
blocked.
She's not dumb. She's got a block with math. She's got some sort of, like a dyslexic thing going with that
Robin,
math.
the only
But,
smart thing
it's just like when Fred blew the Jack Ruby question. I know he knows the answer to that, but he thought of the question differently. I thought he was asking me to multiply those 2 numbers, and I totally blocked it out.
because you're stupid.
Oh! Thank you very much.
Vinny.
You were
Robin, the only
asking
smart thing that would ever
questions.
come out of your mouth is Einstein's penis.
You were asking the questions. You were asking the questions, and not well, let me add. Not well.
What happened? Had a bad day.
Okay, are you disappointed?
Very much so. Very much so. I would have liked that gal to win the truck, but hey, people seem to be forgetting one thing. When we had a Jeopardy contest one time, Rock and Roll Jeopardy, of which Gary won on, was it VH1 or something like that? I kicked his ass. So, on any given day, anybody can lose.
Are you disappointed in the outcome?
I just came for the fun of it. I had no hopes of winning, just for the fun, and seeing Howard.
Are you glad that Fred went as far as he did?
Yeah, I'm very proud of him.
I mean, were you nervous at the end? Tell me how you were feeling.
Oh, God. It was really, it was a toss-up. It was really a toss-up at the end.
All right, so do you have any last-minute words for Fred?
Well, thank you for trying so hard. I really appreciate you trying so hard for me.
Okay, so are you leaving disappointed?
No, I had fun.
All right, thanks for coming down.
You're welcome. Bye.
Gary, you won weakest Dink. Were you surprised?
I thought that I would do well. I wasn't sure that I was going to win. I thought I had a good chance, but it's nerve-wracking in there because there were a lot of questions that other people got I didn't know the answer to. I just happened to know the answer to all of my questions.
So, Gary, do you have any words to say to Mike, the guy who won?
Congratulations. I drive a Dodge Durango, too. I love it. You'll love it. And like I said in there, I got nothing. I walk away with nothing. Already got $100. That guy's got a Durango, and I get to walk away with my pride. Ooh.
You called it earlier.
I called it earlier. I had faith in Gary. Gary was a smart guy. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it. Everybody I know knew it, man. I won. Yeah.
All right, so every time a caller calls in now, goofing on Gary, you're going to...
I'm always behind Gary. Always.
Son, oh, he don't do nothing.
tonight on ABC. Tune in to the musical trivia show that's sweeping the nation. Stump the Louie. Contestants test their 80s pop music knowledge against comedian Lola Louie Anderson.
Oh, come on, I know this one. Piece of cake. Promises, promises, my naked eye.
That's Stump the Louie, another pioneering program from the innovators at ABC. Stump the Louie is an Eisinger-Martland production.
Walt Disney World may help you.
Let me speak to Michael Eisner.
What's it regarding, sir?
Take a wild guess.
I have no idea.
You work for Disney, right?
I do.
So, do you know who this is?
No.
It's Mickey Mouse, you dope. Put Michael on the phone now.
She's
back on. Wait. Hello?
You're on hold. Sir?
Yes?
The secretary is on the line. Go ahead.
Hi, you would like to speak to Mr. Eisner?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is Mickey Mouse.
You're Mickey Mouse?
Yes. I've had a very, very big problem.
Okay, your problem?
I'm back in the bottle. I threw Minnie out last night.
You threw Minnie out last night?
That bitch is Bukaki with Goofy. I've been with your company 100 years and treated like crap. I'm f***ing with you. Either you give me a raise, I'm going to come down and kick Michael's ass.
What is the problem with me?
I'm treated like crap. I want a raise.
You want a raise?
Yes. Can I put enough sense in your goddamn head? I want a raise.
You want a raise? Where
yes.
do you work at?
I work with your company. I'm Mickey Mouse.
You're Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
Oh. Is it a number that they can contact you back?
Listen, I'm back to that crap. I want a goddamn raise.
That's a great song. I'm sorry. Haven't been recognized for my remake of Old Man.
You know, you kind of ruined the original for me.
That's right. Exactly. I kind of ruined music for everybody.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, good morning, everybody. What's happening? Welcome to the show. It's Friday. And what a crappy weekend we're going to have here in New York. I don't mean to be Mr. Negativity. I just am. I mean, the weather forecast is like rain all weekend.
This has been one of the worst Mays we've had in a long time. It's really bad.
Yeah, I might have to move outside of New York.
Oh, come on.
Hey, what am I going to do? I can't stand this weather. It sucks. It's depressing me.
Where are you going to go?
Walking my dog yesterday, it starts raining on me. Can't even take a little walk.
I know. I was listening to the weather report yesterday, and they said, we're going to get locked in a weather system, and if the weather system that's blocking us in, if it's sunny at the time that happens, we'll have sun all weekend. But if it's raining, which is coming our way, it'll rain all weekend. So we got the rain.
Right. Lee, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, now, Lee.
I just caught my wife cheating on me, and I'll tell you how. She said she went with her girlfriend out, and she calls, and it comes up Niagara Falls, Ontario. So I'm like, well, where are you? Oh, I'm on the west side. Whatever. She comes home. I find courtyard, pens, shampoos. But she didn't go. So you know what I do now? She's cheating on me. So I take her bra, and I wipe my butt with it on the inside of the cup. So when he goes to do that, he's going to smell feces.
All right. Thanks, Lee.
Pretty good.
All right.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Be good.
Bye-bye.
Yep. His wife won't notice the feces.
Wow, he really got her.
Yeah.
Lee with some interesting theories.
Hey, if you catch your wife cheating on you, you just consider yourself lucky. Because now you got something on her, and you can do anything you want. You can get the hell out of that marriage.
That is probably the most negative view of marriage.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you cheated.
Yeah. I see that as good fortune. You've got
I don't understand this.
And I'll tell you how you do it. You got to distance yourself from people, even your own wife.
Well, there's a funny, a good attitude, yeah.
Well, it's not good. It's something I developed from my parents. We had such a horrible relationship. I mean, not bad on the outside, but, I'm good at pulling away. So if I see somebody cheating on me, I don't go, oh, I'm going to miss you. I go, good, F you, because I don't need you.
But wait a minute. You say you got this from your parents.
Not from my parents, but from, you know, it's the way I was raised. We were raised to be strong. We don't rely on other people.
But don't they rely on each other?
Those two do, yes. I don't. I became better than them.
Oh, I see. You're better at it.
I'm better at it.
So you enjoy being
You perfected it.
You enjoy being distant from people.
You know, I don't, but I just am. Yeah. It's the way it is.
So don't encourage other people to do it.
Well, you know, then you wind up with some guy ready to kill himself and kill his wife because he can't live without her. Yeah, well.
He had some real feeling.
That's true. That's true. I can't take that away from the...
good time.
He had a feeling.
For a moment.
So much feeling, he
good.
wiped his butt on her bra.
But he felt so good for a moment. Look at what he's forced to do later on.
Yeah, I don't like being left, so I like to leave someone emotionally before they can leave me.
The time to find out a broad's cheating on you is before you get married, though.
Well, you can't find that out, Artie.
Of course not.
Sure you can.
You don't always know. Dana's cheating on you? You don't know. See what's doing here. Hey, Jerry, you're on the air.
Yo, Howard, you rock, man. Neil Young, man.
Hey, damn right. No, I was just listening to that song. That was good.
Yeah, but that band doesn't exist anymore.
Good, man.
What, Robin?
That band doesn't exist anymore.
What band? My band?
The Losers. You broke them up.
I broke them up. It was too much. The last song made me crazy.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, you rock, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man.
I love that version of, even though it's me singing, I tuned it up. I wanted to hear it.
You cranked it, huh?
I love my music.
Well, then you should be making music.
No, it's over. Sometimes you got to know when to get out, Robin. Like me and Trent Reznor.
It's over, Johnny.
So, you know, I was listening to the show, you know, the show before ours here in New York, and they were playing Trent Reznor's, you know, that beautiful song. I don't even know the name of the song.
Right.
What is it? Hurt. Okay. It's such a great song. And so what happened to this guy?
That is the million-dollar question.
Well, somebody, I think Artie said, or somebody said, I don't know who, said, well, he's one of those guys that said he wrote that album, and it was a big hit. He made a lot of money, and he's like, I can write a hit album anytime I want.
And now he's going to go away and never do it.
Right. Todd Rundgren did that.
Yeah.
He used to go, I could write a hit song anytime I want. You know what? He couldn't.
Todd Rundgren continued to write songs, but none of them were hits.
Isn't it time to write one now for Todd?
Yeah, like just prove it. Prove your theory, douchebag. I love this. That wind thing going behind it. Whatever that is.
Everything about it.
I love everything about it. There's no criticism that I have of this song.
It's a perfect song.
It's a perfect song. Except they bleep the S word, which sucks. I mean, come on already. Can't we grow up? It might not be perfect about this song because I don't know what he's talking about. But I don't know what anyone's ever talking about.
I think it's those people who self-mutilate, who cut themselves, burn themselves.
So they can feel something?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. This isn't about summer camp?
No, this is not summer camp. I'm sure of it.
This is about the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers.
I believe that. This guy was so cool. I went to his concert, too, Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails. So effing good. Effing good it was.
I guess he didn't like that whole Star Trip, huh?
Oh, bull. Let me tell you the truth. He loved the whole Star Trip because this dude used to blow into Cleveland and other places, and I used to go to the strip clubs, and he had about 20 different girlfriends there. Every stripper come, go, you know what? Please don't tell anyone, Howard. I'm going out with Trent Reznor. I go, what do you mean you're going out with him? Every time he comes to Cleveland, he comes in here, and we end up going back. Like, we're having an affair. Yeah. Don't tell anyone. Then I go to I swear I was in Cleveland, this happened to me. The second girl would come up and dance. She goes, I'm going out with Trent Reznor. This dude was definitely taking advantage of the situation.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't write songs like these and not get banged.
Yeah, but then why do you disappear?
videos.
I expected so much from him.
His videos were awesome.
Yeah.
With maggots eating sheep and all kinds of weird images. Bones.
The dog decomposing.
Dogs decomposing. I never knew what was going on, but I don't creep me out.
This is the song that Johnny Cash did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and really not as good.
Not nearly as good.
But the best song ever written was that Nielsen guy. You're breaking my heart. You're tearing it apart.
You're breaking my heart. You're tearing it apart. So you. All I wanna do is have a good time. Now I'm blue.
Right. I love that guy.
Well, I don't know. Roger Allen Wade is giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, that's my new artist.
How about just a little poontang?
Ooh, sweet thing. How about a little poontang?
Said a little poontang.
Yeah.
Bird sounded like a little one too.
Man, as big as a hat. Oh, you sweet thing. How about a little poontang? Kids on American Idol ought to sing that. Blow someone's mind. Oh, man. So, yeah, Roger Allen Wade, my artist.
Yeah,
I think we're going to do business together. I don't know where we're at with that. I got to talk to my agent today.
He's right there, though. Cutting edge.
My agent's been talking to Johnny Knoxville's manager.
Oh, dear.
I guess because Roger doesn't have anybody, so I said, that's good. I don't want to enter into an agreement with the guy if he didn't know what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But can't he get somebody?
He's getting so. He's going to use Johnny's manager.
Oh, is that what it is? Because it sounds like, he's taking his information from Johnny. Johnny's getting his from the manager.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to Roger since. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm anxious to get that on a disc and let's get going.
Yeah.
I mean, on a CD disc.
You're definitely going to do business together. Either Roger's going to do a record or he's going to do some landscaping work at your house.
Right. One way or another, he's doing business with me.
Right.
Disc is the appropriate word. CD. D is the disc.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, compact disc.
Oh, there you go. Hey, see? I'm
You're
current.
right.
I'm current. So, I don't know.
I would like to know what happened to Trent Reznor, though. I would like to see there are certain guys who just flame out, like him and that guy from Guns N' Roses, just lose it.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how are you feeling? You looked like a little shaky last night on the E! show.
Shaky?
What do you mean shaky?
You just feel like it seemed like you're nervous or on something because you're like bouncing your legs and your hands. You just kept bouncing up and down through the whole show.
I have Parkinson's.
That's what it looked like.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're laughing. I'm announcing something. I'm dying. I'm dying. I have Parkinson's.
I apologize.
Feel bad for me. Love me, Daddy.
All righty. F-test.
Look at that. I tell the guy I have Parkinson's, and he's like talking over me. F-test.
I apologize.
No, you want to know something? When I do the radio show, I fidget, and I don't even know I'm doing it.
Oh, that's probably what
And normally you wouldn't see it, but they designed the set so you could see it in Vegas. They forget that I fidget and I scratch and I have all kinds of like weird tics and things when I do the show.
Looks like you're rubbing one out.
I know, but I kind of am. Sometimes I am rubbing one out during the show. I swear to God. Like, I sit here for 90% of the show touching myself. And I swear to you, it's not even sensual. It's just something I need to do. Gets me going.
You're a mess.
Why am I a mess?
Stay away from people. Distance yourself.
And touch yourself.
Oh, you're not a mess.
I need love from me.
That's not BS. There's times where I notice you're doing that, and then I realize, I go, wait a minute, he just finished.
I never finish in here, but I'll tell you what, it feels good.
Maybe it was the alcohol, no?
Oh, that was the drunk show?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah, all bets are off.
Yeah, I mean, Robin was singing the Poontang song like she meant it.
Hey, well,
and Artie, when he drinks, turns into a serial killer because he gave a look to two strippers. We have it on tape. It is so funny.
Really?
Looks like Artie got beat up. He was so hammered.
Oh, Artie drinks heavy, man. I don't know how you do it.
Well, it's called conditioning.
I just don't know how you do it, dude. At some point, then you go, oh, my God, I feel horrible.
You know the first line of that Trent Reznor song? I hurt myself.
But do you wake up with hangovers and stuff? Do you ever say, man, I got to slack off because I'm killing myself?
If I do shots, I'll wake up with a hangover. But if I just stick with the Jack and water, it's a nice, smooth, you know.
Buzz.
But yeah.
Oh, really?
And it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
Cool. Hey, Brian, you're on the air. Hey, Brian, you're on the air.
About
oh, there you are. Brian, start over again. Sorry.
Oh, not a problem. I was just going to ask him what his deal is about anorexic broads and why he thinks they're so attractive. It's kind of like having sex with a boy.
Well, first of all, you're on the air with me. I'm Howard.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. You know, I was just about to say I'm a Hispanic guy, and then all the Hispanic guys that call up sound stupid. Now I really put myself in one of those categories.
No, you don't. Listen, I do like thin chicks. I mean, who does? I mean, when you say anorexic, who do I think is anorexic? I mean, yeah, okay, I think Larry Flynn Boyle's kind of hot, but those pictures in the Inquirer were too skinny for me this time.
Somebody got too skinny for you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's too skinny.
Well, I was actually referring to, you had a repeat show after your new one of the Vegas last night, and you had this broad who was getting blasted in the face by this farter guy. And you said that she had a smoking body, but she was incredibly anorexic. I didn't even think she was attractive at all. I mean, you have to have a little bit of meat, no?
Well, I think you guys sit at home and you get so sort of caught up in, you know, what I think is good. I'm sitting here, there's a totally nude woman. I get turned on, dude. I mean, you know, what is it, John?
I saw the show last night. I was watching it. The girl had a smoking body.
Yeah.
This guy's out of his mind.
It's a matter of taste.
She had a perfect body, just needed breasts.
I'm not into anorexic chicks, but I do like a skinny chick with a nice ass.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It just seems like a lot of the women that you find attractive really don't have an ass either, so I was just wondering what the deal was.
You want to know something? I find almost every chick attractive. That's my goddamn problem. What do you think of that?
Hey, you're the king. You get all those women in there to get naked for you. I'd probably be in the same boat, you know.
Thank you.
What can I say?
I'm a horny dude.
Good morning, Robin, by the way. Good morning.
I find all women hot.
No, you don't.
Well, not all, but a lot of them.
But you like the female form. You know,
I sure do.
It's soft. And
I'm no
but
homo.
According to statistics, about 60% of the women in this country he doesn't like at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah, a lot of women go, oh, he doesn't like women. I go, I love women. Are you kidding me?
It's good. When you touch a woman, they're soft and very sort of tremble and cry. I love it.
Oh, what are they crying
I'm sorry.
Bob, you're on the air.
I'm sorry.
Bob.
Hi, how are you, Howard?
Okay.
You were mentioned on the O'Reilly Factor last night. He admitted he listens.
Of course he listens. All these guys are influenced by me. All these guys who were straight broadcasters who now develop personalities are completely influenced by me.
He did a whole episode on that woman whose son was charged of being a rapist and how did that soundbite about how he's too good-looking to be a rapist, and the whole gist of the episode was that the woman was a fool, and how can the black community has got to stop having illegitimate children and looking up to people who just screw their brains out for the hell of it.
All right, there you go. Thank you. Of course, I am the greatest broadcaster ever lived. Of course they all listen. Why would that be shocking to anyone?
That guy sounded like a young Dominic.
He did. Eric, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, what's going on, brother? Hey, man, I went to the Chappelle show down here in Louisville, Kentucky last night. And he got all upset and walked off the stage after a guy would not quit yelling at him. A guy just kept heckling and heckling away and wouldn't stop. And Chappelle was doing a great job up there last night, man. But next thing you know, he just got tired of it, dropped the microphone, and walked off stage.
I've seen Dave Chappelle live in concert, and he gets very affected by hecklers.
Oh, he did.
Some guys just keep going, do their thing. I saw Dave get very upset when people yell out stuff from the audience. In fact, had a guy thrown out, and there was a whole exchange. And he doesn't realize that for us sitting in the back or in the middle, we don't even hear the heckler, and he then gets into these private conversations with the hecklers.
And forget the rest of them.
Yeah, he gets completely crazed from it. Some comics, like Artie, he gets heckled, he just keeps going on.
But I do notice some comics do get upset.
Well, I think because Chappelle tells, like, stories and things, and then he gets insecure that he's losing the audience. I don't know. I got to ask him.
Maybe it makes him lose his train of thought or something.
Something happens because he gets crazy when people heckle.
He did an absolute great job last night. I mean, he did a real good job, and he was working through it.
perfectly. He did a great job. But the guy just kept going and going, and he kept, saying, hey, come on, buddy, let me do my act. Let me do this here.
He will plead. He will plead with the audience.
Let me ask you another thing. But what is it about the guy who comes to ruin the show?
I don't know that they come to ruin it. There's just a bunch of a-holes that, like, go to shows and they get drunk and they get carried away and they get caught up in it. And really, I'll tell you what it is, psychologically. Like, why would somebody pay money to go see a show? The guy who heckles to that point is so envious of the attention that the comic's getting. In a way, they're children. They want the love and attention. Love me, Daddy. Mm-hmm. They want someone. They can't stand that they're not in the spotlight.
But why don't they become...
They don't have the talent. They don't have the ability.
They know that, though.
They know that. And they sit there, and there is this, I want to be the one on stage. What would that be like? And they literally start to make it about themselves. They have they have psychological problems. They're stuck as children.
The LPD came and dragged him off the stage, or dragged him off the balcony last night. I mean, let me off. The police came and grabbed this guy. Dragged him out.
Let me tell you something. As a performer myself, there are times that I sit in an audience of a rock show and stuff, and I go, "Oh, I wish I was on stage." And I feel that childish urge to be the center of attention, that I need to be. I can't be entertained. I want to be the entertainer. I want the spotlight on me. And then I sit there and I feel that. And I go, God, I'm a child sometimes. And that's okay. These guys have no governor on them. They get to these shows and they sit there and they go, I need to have someone pay attention to me for 5 minutes.
Because I truly feel there are some people, this is what they do. They go there to heckle. They didn't leave. They leave their house knowing they're going to try to involve themselves in the show.
Might even be that conscious. I don't know.
You know what I find?
Can't imagine. Yeah.
A lot of times it's a guy who's with a chick and he wants to embarrass you in front of the girl. He wants to make it seem like
he's happening.
Right. Like this guy. Oh, this guy's not that funny. He's an idiot. I'll show you what funny is. And I'll make fun of him. A lot of times they're with a chick. But, like, the story about, like, that in Kentucky, that does suck. Because Chappelle truly is. He's a great stand-up.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
Well, Artie got upset when we were in Vegas. We went to watch Stuttering John show, and our friend was up there, Jim Florentine. He was doing his act. And Jim's a funny guy, real funny guy.
Great.
And Ralph is sitting next to me. And starts screaming, you suck, you suck, you suck. And like, Artie looked at me, I looked at Artie, and it just went, let's get out of here.
Yeah, there's a typical guy. What the hell was Ralph's problem?
He needed attention. He wasn't the center of attention. And he doesn't even know it. He doesn't know that's why he's doing it.
You don't think he leaves home thinking that. Because he didn't even know we were going there that night.
That's an interesting theory, though. These guys just want everything on them,
But I think there are some comedy club regulars who go just to heckle.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like Ralph. They don't even know why they're doing it.
Yeah.
They think they're just being funny, but they're really... It's sad in a way when I see a guy heckling like that. It's like, oh, he's like, please... I don't know how to do stand-up. Can't you all pay attention to me and make me the hero?
The crowd came for somebody else, but couldn't you pay attention to me?
Right. We're all, he even paid, these guys who heckle even pay tons of money to get in and sit at a table. And they're sitting up close. They probably had to tip someone to get that close.
Right. They want the best seat.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, now I got to wait till HBO, till the special comes on HBO to see the rest of it, because this guy just completely ruined the end of it.
Yeah, well, also... he's got to learn to be less affected by these guys. I know it's hard to do.
Oh, I could tell it was getting difficult for him last night. It was getting difficult.
He's been doing it a long time. If he was going to learn to get over it, I think he would have.
He can't get past it.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, because you're right. Because the rest of the audience, you got to remember, hates that person even more than you do. So if you just throw one quick insult at them, the audience will go nuts, and it'll be easy to get through it.
Hank, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing today, all right?
Hi, Hank, hi.
Now, listen, I know it's the Howard Stern show, okay? But for God forbid the subject goes off you for 1 second, you get all bent out of shape. So what I'm saying is, I guess you have that look-at-me syndrome too, right?
Absolutely I do. And let me tell you something.
You just admitted it.
When I'm in a public situation, I can control it. I'm not a little boy that way. I have a governor on me. I mean, all performers, and I don't care who they are, and they're kidding themselves like... These performers who act like they don't want the spotlight. All of them have it, and we all have it. Anyone who's human wants to be looked at, admired, be in the spotlight, whatever. I'm not sure exactly why we need that, but we do.
You know, Howard, you just explained it to us. When you said that over the radio, and I heard you saying that about, hecklers, like what Ralph did, look at me. I never really looked at it like that till you said that. I'm sure millions of people now are opening their eyes to why they behave certain ways. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Listen,
there are varying degrees, though. I mean, there's some people who just need to be the center of attention.
Yeah, but what's up
family. Others need to be the center of attention of the world.
Yeah, what's up with Chappelle not being able to handle a heckler, though? That I don't understand.
Well, you know what? I've seen him in action, and the guy's on stage doing his thing. It's a very personal kind of act. It's not like one of those shticky acts, and then any little distraction, he just can't stop reacting.
Howard, I know what you mean. I'm a performer myself. I did a show with Reverend Bob last Saturday up in 𝗵𝗲, and, if a heckler comes my way, I eat him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's a hard thing to deal with, but all I'm saying is that hecklers have a weird sort of pathology. All right, I gotta go. All
right, take it easy.
All right, we gotta take a break. We gotta take a break, Robin. Everybody loves every word I say, but I have to take a break.
You have to pull yourself away for a short time.
It's even hard to pull myself away from me. Because I can't wait to hear what I have to say.
Yeah, and it sounds like Dave Chappelle could take some comedy lessons from that last caller, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I like his style of yelling through the phone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. He eats up the hecklers.
Hey, Jeff the Drunk is stopping by to tell us he's a new Jeff the Drunk. He wants to tell you about his new way of being with us.
Turned over a new leaf?
Baby.
That's right. Jenna Jameson is stopping by, the gorgeous porn star, for a little sexuality. Bernie Mac is going to stop by, too.
What's he providing? We got Jeff the Drunk with the new leaf, Jenna for the sex, and Bernie Mac. What does he provide?
The fun, the comedy.
Oh.
He's a funny guy, I guess.
We'll ask him how he takes care of hecklers.
We're going to take a break, Robin. We'll be back right after these words.
You are listening to the Howard Stern Show. Will you get naked with me? That really hurt.
You're listening to a man who's had 3 complete rectal exams in his entire life. Howard Stern.
Heineken doesn't defeat the Matrix? All right, too bad. Gary the Retard has got a movie coming out. Matrix Retarded. Where is that way? Let me see. That deserves one more play before I retire it.
Yeah, baby.
Probably take me a year to find it. Forget it.
It's got to be right there. It was.
Yeah, you've been playing it the last couple of days.
I know, but that doesn't mean I know where it is. Oh, look at you.
Right in front of you.
You're the one.
You've heard of The Matrix, the brain-popping movie that starred Keanu Reeves. Now, get ready for The Matrix Retarded, starring Gary the Retard.
I want you boobies. Booby.
The Matrix Retarded with Lawrence Fishburne.
Gary, do you know what The Matrix is?
I sleep on The Matrix.
No, not the mattress, The Matrix. Do you know what The Matrix is?
No. You want to see boobies on my computer?
Gary, the world is a hoax. An elaborate deception spun by all-powerful machines of artificial intelligence that control us.
Whoa.
Hold up. You understood that?
No. I just realized you're a Negro. Here's my wallet. Don't shoot me.
If you thought Keanu Reeves was retarded, wait until you see a real retard stare at the camera and look confused.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm your love interest. Do you wish to free your mind?
I don't have a mind. I'm retarded. Whoa.
What's wrong, Gary the Retard?
I just put in my pants.
The Matrix Retarded. Rated R. For retarded.
I want two boobies.
Yeah, that's good. Did you see that thing in the Star magazine? O.J. Simpson's house was bombarded with golf balls from a helicopter.
No.
Yeah, listen, a helicopter has been dropping golf balls by the bucketful onto O.J. Simpson's roof in the middle of the night.
Really?
Golf balls dropped on a rooftop from several hundred feet high sound like machine gun fire. A local newspaper suggested that it might be police and police copters.
Get out.
Of course, get out. I mean, that's ridiculous. But
we got a problem.
First of all, though, whoever is dropping these golf balls, you have to stop because O.J.'s trying to concentrate on his master plan for finding the real killers. And the golf balls on his house every night are distracting him.
Yeah, he would have found his wife by now.
Yeah.
Had it not been for that. Or actually, his wife's killer.
O.J.'s quote was, "I'm just asking to be left alone." I mean, after all, can't someone just kill their wife and her boyfriend and retire in peace?
Yeah.
I mean, is that too much to ask of this country?
You just kill your wife and go to Miami and enjoy yourself.
All I want to do is become an ordinary citizen and play golf and get away with murder.
I would love to.
Is that too much to ask?
Apparently so.
We mentioned that Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix. Looks like he put on quite a few pounds.
Yeah. If you're asleep in The Matrix, wouldn't you be thin when you imagined yourself?
Oh, I'd imagine myself way hotter than I am.
Yeah, why would you be fat in The Matrix?
Right.
I'd be skinny in The Matrix. I'd be ripped.
And how'd you get fat in that bubble anyway?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember that Lawrence Fishburne was in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, yes, and he was 16 at the time.
He was really skinny.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But he was a baby, too. He was 16 years old.
Hey, that's no excuse.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, come on.
Come on. I mean, you know, Artie works on his weight.
Yeah, every day.
Artie does work on it.
We got a bunch of email. Here we go. Here's a guy who says, "Thank you for not giving Eric the Midget $500. I know what he means. Every time we get Eric the Midget on there, we feel bad for him.
And give him money, that's true.
So many people wrote to say how great they think Tabitha Stevens, the porn star, is for banging the guy in the wheelchair.
Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah, I do, too. It says, great job on today's show, especially on the Tabitha Stevens segment. I actually got a warm, fuzzy feeling inside from listening.
And another died at a hospital in Victoria, Texas, where it was discovered abandoned early Wednesday. They think that they even turned off the refrigeration in the truck, and there were claw marks on the doors as people were trying to scratch their way out because they couldn't breathe in the back of this truck trying to get into the United States. Once again, they've been told that each of the people paid $2,500 or some amount of money to get in. They have charged a New York man with being the driver of the truck.
Why not charter a jet and just fly here, Robin?
Well, if you've got that kind of money, but I don't think they let you land.
I see.
Either.
Can't get a Gulfstream?
So,
why not get a Gulfstream 4 and just fly right in and set up shop here?
There you go. But it just, people are just doing anything they can think of to get into this country.
Because this is the greatest country in the universe.
Right.
And it's the greatest, and everyone wants to be here.
Also, I must give a shout-out to the people of Friends. That was one funny episode.
I'm glad you said that. I forgot to mention it. The Friends last night was a scream.
Yeah.
In fact, I was saying to someone, I said, man, Friends was really funny. First time an hour episode was that good.
Absolutely, because we talked about it yesterday, how the hour episodes usually aren't any good, any of the longer episodes.
It was great.
It was one funny moment after another.
I agree. Even the table tennis.
Yeah,
Ping
and
pong.
Monica with that hair. That was hysterical.
That was great. I could really relate.
So, kudos to the people of Friends. However, Dawson's Creek finale.
Fantastic. Now, I'm only an hour in. Don't ruin it for me.
All right. I
Stop
won't say
it.
anything.
Stop the madness.
I'll give my critique of that on Monday.
That's going to be my big. That's going to be my big Friday night. Yeah.
I can't wait. On Monday we get The Matrix and Dawson's Creek review.
Yay!
Okay, I'll let you have that one. I am a little saddened that the Lakers won't be four-peating.
Saddened?
I'm not. I'm glad.
Start a parade.
I mean, it's too much. The same guys over and over.
I wanted them to lose, but once they lost, I was a little sad that they're not there to get beaten up a little bit more. Here's Kobe Bryant, who says it's a rough feeling getting exited from the playoffs this early. C1.
People in L.A. were glad to see the Lakers now.
No.
It's just tough to lose, man. We haven't experienced this feeling.
Why did they lose, Robin? Give me the analysis.
They're broken this year.
Why?
It took them. Shaq was injured much of the year. He just came back. They finally got themselves together as a team at the end of the year, a little too late, and then they had a lot of injuries going into the playoffs.
Well, you see, Robin's not a sports fan.
Go ahead, give me the rundown.
Because they suck.
Oh, they don't suck.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Didn't the Lakers call the Spurs a girls' team? They made fun of him, didn't they?
You know what? They're getting a little condescending, the Lakers, all right? I'm glad someone took them out.
It's their bravado. Take it easy.
Whatever.
They've always said that kind of stuff.
Jerks. I hate them.
So anyway, let Kobe go, because this is a bad feeling for him.
Yeah, 3 seasons. Yeah, it's a tough feeling to deal with. It's a foreign feeling, and I don't like the feeling. And I don't think anybody else likes the feeling.
So they're all broken up, and this is the first time Phil Jackson has had to face anything like this. He says he's not used to having his seasons end in mid-May. See, too.
I can't put it in perspective until I start to have to watch these next rounds go on, and then, then it's going to be something that hits me. I'm not there to participate in it. I always say the fun part about playoff basketball is that no one else is playing. You're the only team left playing, and when you turn on the TV before the game in the coach's office, the only thing you find is baseball or racing.
So he was pretty funny. It was funny watching the game because they were more concerned. Every time he jumped off the bench, they were saying, Phil's up, and he's yelling at the referee. Is he getting a little too excited? Because he just had an angioplasty.
Hey.
And his doctor was sitting courtside, and they would interview the doctor at halftime and ask him how Phil was doing.
Phil, don't yell at your millionaires too much.
Yeah, I know, the billionaires. How about that?
Don't yell at your billionaires too much. You're going to get yourself all upset. You know that.
Well, the doctor had taken on, he says, well, we're doing pretty badly right now. I'm like, what we? You're now a member of the team?
And by the way, I reviewed the tape of my basketball game. I don't want to. I was completely ripped off. I was.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I was just about to bring up that this woman who's playing, Annika Sorenstam, who's going to play on the men's tour this weekend.
Right.
This is the weekend it's happening.
I'm going to watch that.
The guys really, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. But a guy named John Feinstein, who I guess wrote a book called A Good Walk Spoiled about golf, he says she has every right to play in the tournament, C3.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, beat her at her own game.
There's nothing that says the PGA Tour is a men's tour, unlike the LPGA, which specifically is a women's tour. Men cannot play on the LPGA Tour.
There you go.
So there, it's a golf tournament, and he plays golf.
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah, well, listen, it's just some stuff is going on.
Ronnie says some stuff's going on. Hey, look, we got to take a break. We'll be back, Shane.
And now, a tongue lashing from the holiest of all ukulele players, Tiny Tim.
I am getting upset because you're taking Jesus Christ's name in vain. It's one thing to talk about other things, but you're supposed to be normal and on the show, and you're taking his name in vain, and I reject it. I despise that.
Oh, wait a second.
When did you do that?
I don't know. I'm not sure when.
See?
I'm going to pray to Jesus now myself.
Blessed be Christ.
That's right. Blessed be Christ. Put Tiny's ukulele in his mouth. if I can say that.
I reject the fact that you're making fun of Jesus Christ.
I'm not making fun of him.
Yes, you are. You're mocking his name. You don't believe in him.
I do believe in him.
No, you don't.
No, I kind of.
Well, now, you can get into an argument with Tiny Tim, huh?
I don't know. I'm getting nervous here.
Oh, my
Even Tiny's angry with me.
Well, I am at this point, at all of you here, because you're mocking Jesus Christ.
I think it was Robin who was mocking Jesus, if you ask me.
Both of you were, in a sense.
I'm sorry.
You're listening to the only person in show business to ever upset Tiny Tim, Howard Stern.
Hey, it's Joey Pants, and you're listening to the man who has no stank on his hang low, Howard Stern.
Thank you, Joey. Thanks for telling everyone that. All right, Robin.
Over yet?
No.
Just wanted to correct something I said before. The truck driver who brought those immigrants in from Mexico, where 18 people died and another one at the hospital, he did it for $2,500, and everybody didn't have to pay. I think that was the total price.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seemed like pretty steep, $2,500 per person.
Yeah, they could have rented a Learjet. But no, it was $2,500 for the trip for everybody.
All right. Thank you for correcting that, Robin. I was very puzzled during the commercial.
That's why he decided, I guess, that they didn't need to go all the way. Meanwhile, a Florida cop is off the job after...
Florida what did you almost say?
I can't say anything. A Florida cop.
You almost said something else. A dirty word.
Is off the job after a teenager claimed he forced her to perform topless jumping jacks. Hey!
We do that here.
I know. This sounds like you're working for the Florida police force.
Hey, those guys ripped us off.
The police report in Pensacola say the officer caught a 16-year-old and a 19-year-old man in a car. And I guess he was threatening them with being charged with lewdness and trespassing. I guess they were parking or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so he said, unless you can come up with an alternative, I'm going to have to charge you. So I guess the girl offered to do jumping jacks and push-ups, which she is said to have done without her top on.
Wow.
And when her parents heard about it, they complained that the officer was trying to scare them. So now that officer seems to be in trouble. So the new jumping jacks is not a way to avoid a charge.
When are you going to get to Oprah's butt has grown 3 inches and she might fire her personal trainer?
You know, I didn't see that in the paper today.
All right. Well, I did.
Shocking. By the way, you think secondhand smoke is bad for you, don't you?
I do.
Well, there's an article in the paper today that says a new study says that the danger might be more imagined than real.
I don't care. I don't like breathing it in. Why should I have to?
Well, it could be just a nuisance, and that's why you don't want to have it. But we've been claiming that we're trying to avoid cancer by banning cigarettes all over the place. And there may not be as big a link to cancer and heart disease for the secondhand smoker as there is for the person who actually inhales the smoke firsthand. Just wanted you to know that. And the study was done by an anti-smoking person, so it wasn't like the cigarette companies are telling you that.
Whatever.
The soccer coach I told you about earlier in the week who was on trial because he took his soccer team to a hotel, showed them porn, and then molested them and had them striptease for him and all that stuff. Well, he could face up to 100 years in prison because he was found guilty.
How old a guy is he?
Sodomy and sex. 37.
So he'll be 137 when he gets out. And then where are our kids going to be?
Well, yeah, they'll be in danger again, but at least for a while they'll be safe. Right. Bootlegs of The Matrix have already hit the streets, they say.
Really?
Yeah. I know. I made a great one the other day at the screening.
I mean, you ignored that sign that said don't use your video camera?
Yeah, I chose to ignore it, and I've done well.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, DVD copies can be found on New York streets. You can get them for as cheap as $9 from street peddlers.
They were just about to reveal the end of The Matrix when some guy's head popped onto the screen during my copy.
Yeah, you might accidentally see me eating a sandwich during one of the fight scenes.
My hand actually appears in The Matrix DVD.
Who was that got up and walked out to the bathroom in the middle of the movie?
That would be me.
What are they doing on these movie sets these days?
Having fun like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Well, not all the time. Carrie-Ann Moss revealed that she broke her leg while rehearsing for The Matrix.
Well, that's because she's not acting. She's doing gymnastics.
And now they say Halle Berry has broken an arm on a set up in Canada.
Well, a lot of these movies are very action-oriented.
Yeah, but do we actually have to have Halle Berry trying to do these stunts?
Yeah.
So she had to be taken to the hospital. I guess her arm is in a cast, and they say she'll be back to work soon.
Let's hope.
A couple of people died yesterday. Robert Stack, best known for The Untouchables.
Best known for really bad acting in The Untouchables.
And Unsolved Mysteries.
I like that guy, though. That was a cool show, Untouchables.
It was.
Yeah.
Rico, Nitty.
Youngblood.
Rico, Nitty, Youngblood. That's all I know.
He was great in Airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he spoofed himself.
Yeah, he seemed like a nasty old dude, though, didn't he?
A little bit.
Yeah. He seemed a little stiff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was a bad guy. 84 years old, and he just dropped dead.
Wow.
His wife found him slumped over a desk.
That's the way I want to go.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Except no wife. I just want to decay over the desk.
That's the only thing wrong with that story?
Right. Yeah, I would change to 84 and a scores stripper found me slumped over it.
And June Carter Cash, the wife of Johnny Cash.
JCC, June Carter Cash, yes.
She was, I think, 73 or something. And
yeah, she died.
They'd been married 35 years, and I thought he was the one who was dying.
Yeah, he is, but she went first. It's very sad.
Yeah, I guess who could see it coming?
June Carter Cash, Robert Stack, two of the old-time personalities that never murdered anyone, ironically. Both of them.
Well, I heard different, but fine.
Speaking of the Matrix, here's 𝗧𝗵𝗲 who says it was good that she challenged herself and faced her fears to do all those stunts. A1.
Oh, sounds fascinating.
It was about going deep, you know, and seeing what it was made of. And
good for you. Yeah, hanging from a wire in front of a green screen.
That's what you really
green
find?
Screen is really not the place to find whether you're brave.
Well, no, you find yourself. She went deep.
And seeing that if I put my mind to something, I can pretty
How about I take my 2 inches and go deep?
pretty much do anything I want. Now, I don't want to risk my life. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I'm not somebody who wants to do an airplane.
Yeah, well, then get a normal job.
Bitch.
I can't take that.
Bruce Almighty will be hitting theaters next week. Jennifer Aniston is one of the stars, along with Jim Carrey.
I'd like to see Jim do well, but I don't know how about Jennifer Aniston. I'm very mixed about this. I have to talk to this Jim Carrey when he comes in here. I got to say, I want to see you do well, Jim. I like your movies, but I'm not a big Jennifer Aniston. I don't like her to do too well.
You don't want her to become a huge movie star.
Right. I like that she's just like a TV star.
Yeah,
Friends is the
and
one.
Can't really get an audience in the movie.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, to hell with her.
Yeah, that should be her place. Well, here she explains why she's a fan of Jim Carrey's. A2.
I am enamored with him. I think he's fascinating to watch. His process is complicated.
Such an actress.
His process. What process?
He thinks up funny stuff and does it.
Talks out of his ass, and it's funny. What process?
What kind of process goes into that?
What are you talking about, you dingy broad?
His process.
You bitch. How did you think of talking out of your ass?
Well, my process is...
Shut up.
I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, does the 4th grader have a process?
And yet you see, and he cares so much. I mean, he... Everything, his whole body.
His whole body cares.
Is a part of everything.
His vessel, his body is so...
The guy contorts his face like a madman, and it's hilarious.
She's trying to figure out the process. Making this.
My process is different. Never less important.
And making it funny, and you see him coming in going, what's going to be funny today? And you have no idea. Also,
that's his process, honey. His bowel movements don't smell, ironically.
Jennifer, why is Friends ending next season?
The show is ending because the show is old. And I love it, meaning we're old. We are,
50.
Oh, it's been 10 years. That's, I think, plenty for how many...
So show's ending because, to be honest, I've made a ton of money.
Really?
I'm tired of working because I'm rich.
Yeah.
Stories, how many times can you go back to a coffee house? And
evidently a lot.
Yeah. Now entering you're in your 30s, and it's just...
I'll show you a ton of New York Yentas who are in their 30s in the coffee house.
Like it's done. It feels like it's played itself.
If you were poor, you'd be back in the coffee house every day.
Yeah.
Beautifully to the end.
And here she talks about how hard it's going to be to leave her friends.
Oh, it's going to tear every being in my body apart.
Every being?
How many beings inside you?
Many. That's my process.
Just say goodbye.
It's going to tear every being.
It's been a part of me for...
She's trying to be so smart, and she goes, I'm going to tear every being.
Every being in my body.
Maybe she means every bean, like she has Mexican jumping beans.
Maybe she's a beanbag.
It's going to tear up all my beans.
Yes. This for so long, for almost 10 years, and it's...
A serious success story.
I don't know if you know this, but I store beans in my ass.
It will destroy every Mexican bean in my body.
All my Mexican jumping beans are upset.
I have 50 Mexican jumping beans, and it will destroy my every bean.
It's going to tear every being in my body apart.
Oh, goodness. The Italian Job, starring Mark Wahlberg, opens May 23rd.
Yeah, I got to check that out.
And here, Mark talks about his co-star, Donald Sutherland's farting on cue.
Oh.
A5.
Yeah, he has a serious gastro...
Who wants to hear that? Talk about Charlize Theron and her gas problem.
Intestinal problems, but it's on his resume.
I don't want to hear this. No offense.
That's just gross.
Yeah, really.
Les Moonves is with us this morning.
Snaky snake?
Of course, the CBS upfronts were all this week, and Les was taking credit, I'm sure, for all the success of the network and talking about how he's now wanting to expand on that success.
Yeah, because now he's going to get someone below 70 years old to watch.
And he says the producers of the new CBS shows have proven track records. B5.
Great producers. David Kelly, Jerry...
Oh, there he is. There's the upbeat Les. Yeah, we got some great people.
Great producers.
See, someone sent me an article. I should have read it today about Les.
What?
Les was crowing about how Survivor's going into its 7th season, and he goes, I don't think Are You Hot is going to be in its 2nd season. Like, goofing on...
hired the guys.
He hired those guys. He's such a whack. He's crazy. Let's listen to Les lie. I mean, talk some more.
Bruckheimer, Chuck Lorre, the list goes on and on. I'm very proud of all these people. Every one of them.
Very proud of all these people.
Les. Got less. Hope less. Brain less. Les.
Has been associated with the hit television series.
Yeah. You're a good salesman.
All right. So you got to have some success before Les is going to give you any attention.
Les hisses like a snake when he talks. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like there's a hissing noise, like a...
Great producers. David Kelly, Jerry Bruckheimer.
He's actually evolving into a snake.
He's shedding his skin.
He's behaving like a snake so much he's turning into a snake.
He rattles when he comes to the...
Yes. Listen to it. You can hear it. Listen.
Chuck Lorre, the list goes on and on.
List goes on.
I'm very proud of all these people. Every one of them has been...
I had dinner with Les once. He eats mice.
In one swallow.
The waiter had to kill a rat in front of him so he would eat it. He sounds like Jimmy Durante.
Well, it's his bad teeth.
Great producers. Chuck Lorre.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Associated with the hit television.
Associated.
Vision series.
I'm Les.
I got a Chinese broad now.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves, also the star of The Matrix, he says he had no second thoughts about shooting sequels for The Matrix.
I really didn't have any reservations. I really just had hope, and...
He's so serious,
There's a guy who won't crack you up.
I had hope. I just had hope. So serious. Him and the chick, the one who plays...
Carrie Ann.
Enough already. Carrie Ann. Very spiritual.
And here's, I guess, Keanu talking about, the great accomplishments of these movies and the Wachowski brothers. He says they're trying to do what has never been done on film before. Me too.
Make him look.
Well, I know personally that we've
make him look like an actor.
Things that I don't believe have ever been attempted in Western action cinema before.
Yeah.
And the stuff that I had the opportunity to participate in, again, is just so ambitious.
Oh, my God.
My every word is important.
Western action cinema before.
I received a Cleveland steamer.
And Jada Pinkett Smith was asked if her husband Will was jealous about her getting to work on Matrix Reloaded. B3.
I don't think she had 3 words in the whole movie. Why would he be jealous?
Will was like, see if they can hook a brother up.
Like, and then she going into her black accent.
Yeah. She's speaking her second language.
Will was like, whenever she gets fun, she's having fun. Will was like, see if they can hook a brother up.
Yeah. Excuse me? No, I'm not.
I can crack myself up.
Hook yourself up.
She think I'll hook her sister up.
He can get his own stuff. He can call them if he wants. I'm not going in there working.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Come on, baby. Going in there, bitch. Get in there, baby. Badass self. Come on.
Then Will slap me around and then... The authorities had to be called.
Yeah, I don't even know who she's imitating. Will Smith doesn't sound like that.
Will was like, see if they can hook a brother up.
Come on, baby.
Because he can get his own stuff.
He can get his own damn business.
What, you crazy? Get his own stuff, man.
She's about as white as you can be when you're black, but she's going to, Yeah. She said, show everyone. Yeah, I'm black.
She does a black imitation.
Yeah. She's like Eminem.
Yeah.
Hooker, brother, huh? So Will look at me and he say, honey, do I need to remind you we don't talk like this?
Come on, baby.
And she's Red Fox.
What you down there, Will? You crazy, huh? You hook a brother up.
Will was like, excuse me? Brother up. I'm like, no, I'm not. Because he can get his own stuff. He can call them if he wants. I'm not going in there working his situation out.
Sounds like that little black midget kid. What's his name? Emmanuel Lewis. Webster.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
Anyway, anything else, Robin?
And finally, Renee Zellweger, her
Enough said.
film.
Thank you.
And finally, Renee Zellweger. Good night, everyone.
And she was asked if she liked the Rock Hudson, Doris Day movies that inspired Down with Love.
Yes, I did, very much.
Beeful.
You know, you don't want them to end. They're fun. There's an elevated sense of reality.
What's wrong with her? Was she whispering like a baby?
Yeah, she's fighting in Iraq right now.
You don't want them to end. They're fun. There's an elevated sense of
You should black it up a little bit like Jada.
reality and the energy and the color and in the humor and in the exchanges. And they're smart.
What happened to her?
And suggestive in that way that was so...
I met her a couple of years ago. She seemed pretty normal.
Really?
Yeah, she must have wigged out.
Not anymore.
I hung out with her quite a bit, actually.
Did you?
Well, I did a movie with her.
Was she normal?
Yeah, she was very nice.
Taboo in the day. There's a lot of fun to play on that in this film, to not have the same restrictions in terms of what you're allowed to touch on and how far we could push the double process. It was so much fun.
Excuse me? I said, Will, you crazy.
Come on, baby.
Okay.
Well, that's what's happening.
All right. I want to thank Fred Norris. That's all. Why not?
For no particular reason?
He's good. He's funny with his sounds and his writing and everything he does. I like him. I like the guy. I've had him 20 years by my side. My girlfriend. I love Fred. Love you, Robin. Love Artie. Benji.
You love Benji?
Love Benji, sure. Why not? Show Benji a little love. It's a Friday. Come on, everybody.
Friday love.
Come on, baby.
I even love Will and Jason.
Wow. The love is extending far this Friday.
Baba Booey. Stuttering John.
Baba Booey.
The Valley Total Fitness on Fuji Avenue in Columbus, Ohio, tomorrow afternoon from 2 to 4. I'd love KC, but he's in something called the Howard Stern Group. Howard Stern All-Stars.
I'm not going to be there. I'll get to the bottom of it.
No, I know. That's BS. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm doing the West Orange Club, which is Rascals in West Orange, and this guy doesn't like them, so he's screwing me.
Well, you know what? All I know is my name is in the paper.
I know. It's not your
with
fault.
Howard Stern All-Stars, and you know what?
Dude, that's gay. I wouldn't be.
That's my name up there.
That's All-Stars. That's gay.
No, Howard Stern is the problem.
I know it is, and I'm going to take.
And I want the club owner to take that out, and he's going to see me in court.
I told him.
And I'm going to see you in court.
Come on.
Check out Jenna Jameson at ClubJenna.com. Check out Bernie Mac's new book, Maybe You Never Cry Again, is available in stores now. And see Bernie and the Bernie Mac Show Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock on Fox. Thank you, Jeff the Drunk. He's available at
JollyDwarf.com.
JollyDwarf.com. Let's go, baby. I'll be available for whatever you want.
Nice. He's looking for about 2 gigs a month.
Yes, I just need 2 gigs a month. Then I can quit the hand stamping at the pool.
All right, we'll see you on Monday.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did you see them walk out and she announced each of their
breast size
measurements?
Yeah.
You know, she did the whole measurement thing.
Yeah.
And they walk out and they were all wearing these black leotards.
Yeah, they look like Robert Palmer's backup band.
Things, yeah.
And Donahue has got to be losing that race because he has cancer victims on.
Yeah, kids.
Kids who have cancer.
Heads.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Oh,
hey, that girl who had the bald head, she was pretty cute.
she was with that little cap on.
Yeah, I like that. She reminded me of that Star Trek babe.
I'm getting frightened because I have your same television viewing habit.
I know.
I'm doing the same.
I like that the bald girl going, woo, she's cute. Why don't you just slap a wig on? Let's have it. Let's get it on right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Seemed pretty perky, though.
So that was fun with Sam back in the office, and he was telling me a whole bunch of sex stories and stuff.
Oh, so he elaborated on what he started here?
Yeah, it was kind of, you know, he gets mad when I bring up Penny Marshall that he had sex with her, but I think it's kind of funny and kind of hip.
Yeah, but I think that was like, he did that to get somewhere. It was one of his, and he wasn't doing it because he was really into it.
Yeah, right.
So he's kind of embarrassed.
But that's kind of neat, too, because every guy's done stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. Have they? I don't know.
How do you think I got this job? I had to have sex with Tom.
Oh, dear.
Sure. No, but in all seriousness, it was kind of, I thought it was kind of hip that Sam had scored with Penny Marshall.
Uh-huh.
And that whole Roseanne Arquette thing, but it turns out he didn't have sex with her.
All he did was kiss her. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And, I don't know, he was going through a whole bunch of different sex stories. And
What, did he ever tell you about Lisa?
yeah, he didn't get it on with her.
Oh.
He was trying to get a whole thing going in bed with all his girls and Lisa wouldn't go for it, so...
I guess she won't be coming along again.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a plan for this October 7th show. I got to play the Barry Gray tapes today. I want to play Godzilla Goes to Harlem. I got a bunch of stuff to play.
All right.
And we're going to have to start... we're going to have 75 floor seats that we have to start giving away to people who are kooks.
Yeah, they have to do things.
Yeah, right.
Seats.
Yeah.
They don't just get them.
Yeah.
Like being the 97th caller.
Exactly. So, we've got just a whole bunch of things to do today, so we'll take a commercial break and be back right after these words.
Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Stern.
You're almost like the member of a country club when you join the New York Health and Racket Club.
Yeah, it seems to me they take, once you get your apartment and you get a little food in there,
Yep.
you join New York Health and Racket,
And that's your
everything
life.
else is taken care of.
That's your whole social life, Robin.
I'm telling you.
You know, why go to bars? It's New York Health and Racket Club. There it is. Join today. They've got some special price rates going on. All right, 637, 92.3 K-Rock, WYSP, WJFK. So, yeah, we got to figure, we got to just coordinate this whole show, get the girls down here, see what they're going to be wearing.
Have you told them that they need to cover up, so they need to be thinking about an outfit?
Yeah. So what can they wear? Like I saw on Entertainment Tonight, the girls of Brazil, and they wear those G-strings with their butt cheeks sticking out. I like those.
Uh-huh. Thongs.
Thong. Is that what that's called? Thong?
Yeah.
I'd like to come back as the string. Oh. And
what a high ambition.
I know. I wonder if you can come back as a string.
Is that a living object?
Yeah, huh? Is that nice? Just think of a little dental floss thing.
Oh, jeez.
Anal floss. Is that what that's called? Anyway, so... and then on top, what's like the skimpiest thing you can legally wear? On top. Like, bathing suit top. Not a bathing suit top. Those are a little too... It's like a little...
Somebody suggested wet T-shirts.
Think oh, you know what I'm thinking? Remember on the album Slippery When Wet?
Yeah.
They had the girl with a little cut-off shirt.
Right, okay.
Cut-off T-shirt.
Uh-huh.
And then you can wet those down.
Right.
I mean, that would be cool. That's allowable.
Yeah.
So then you could still see her bikini bottom. Let's face it, our fans want something good. I think 3 of them should be wearing, like, little bikini tops. But, I mean, like, those real skimpy ones.
What were those things they were wearing on the beach this year?
Those cups?
They didn't have even straps.
Yeah, you see, that would be good. You see, that I'd like. That would almost be more exciting than see them flopping all around. Yeah.
Speaking of flopping all around, Arts and Entertainment, A&E, is showing the Miss USSR or Miss Moscow pageant.
Yeah.
One of those two. And they say these Soviet girls wear the skimpiest bikinis. They don't have the regulation bathing suits like Miss America. And there's a lot of jiggle in the show, apparently. And they do these exercise routines.
Really? Doesn't the hair, though, on their bellies kind of interfere with their look?
I don't know.
Don't they have to shave all the way up to, like, mid point?
They say they're very attractive.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, get in here with pencil and pen and take notes. Because here's what we got to do today.
He'll come in with a pencil and pen, won't have anything to write on.
Yeah, right. Come in here with pencil and pen. And write on your head. Or write on your hand. Where is he? Because yeah.
I would think to make it the sexiest possible, I think all the girls should dress totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for.
The same skimpy outfit.
One will have a wet T-shirt. One will have a
right.
Yeah. I see you've put as much time thinking about this in as I have.
I'm ashamed of both of you.
Well, evidently it's like really important to a lot of the people who bought tickets and what the girls will be wearing.
Well, if the girl is a wet T-shirt, you can keep wetting it down every once in a while. You know, you have a break. You know, call time from the referee and say, "Wait a minute, I got to wet her T-shirt again."
Because of the tennis element, quite frankly. You know, it's funny. When I watch friends play tennis, my attention span lasts for about 5 minutes.
Right, because they can't play.
Because they can't play. I mean, I think there'll be about half the audience that'll be into watching me and Gary actually play and make fools of ourselves. Because they'll just be so enamored seeing their hero. Their gladiator, man.
Are you going to jump over the net? And
yeah, I thought about that last night. Yeah, after I beat him, I'm going to jump over the net.
I just thought of something really bad. You know when you haven't played tennis for a long time?
Yeah.
Did you ever miss the ball?
All the time.
All the time.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bad.
Because I think that might, because I remember, like, if you don't play for a while, like, the ball comes and it's really slow and you swing at it and miss.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we're about equally
I
men.
don't expect to be able to return anything. It's going to be a service
I picture Robin just, like, watching the ball and, like kind of, like, swinging at it.
If he comes near me, maybe I'll try to hit it.
And I don't picture you or me being that much better, to be honest. You know, unless I'm reading you all wrong.
I just have this vision of being in the Coliseum missing the ball.
A lot.
Yeah, but you're playing me.
15,000 people laughing.
But you're playing me. You forget who you're playing. Right. You're not playing Yvonne Lendl.
People keep saying, Robin, are you practicing? And
you better.
No.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think you better, like, take a few lessons.
I don't have time.
You're hurting.
I don't have time.
Robert's going out with
my natural ability doesn't carry me through.
Well, Darren looks like a real klutz.
That's what I'm figuring. I figure he's got to be klutzier than me.
I'm going out and buying a racket, though, so it fits my hand.
Yeah, I've decided I got to go look for a racket that'll suit me, because I can't have a heavy racket.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You got to get a light one.
Yeah.
Although you could borrow my wife's. She has a tennis racket.
We'll have a racket for Robin.
Oh, okay. So anyway, where were we?
Ball girls. I have
all right, yeah. So
paper and pen.
You get the girls lined up. Maybe we could call them and discuss what they're going to wear.
How many of them are there? Tell Celeste to wear a bag.
All right.
What's Celeste going to wear?
Everything.
That's right. I forgot she's one of the ball girls.
Well, you know what she wears?
And like, what are we going to sit there and interview everyone before we play? I mean, I got this whole idea worked out that it'll be like the radio show, so I want to do all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Celeste wears this kind of goofy thing from time to time.
Because it might take us a half hour to get to the tennis once we start interviewing the lady in the wheelchair.
Oh,
you know,
that's
the woman
right.
with no arms and legs.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, I want to delve into everything with her.
Sure.
Just want to find out how she has her sex and stuff.
Oh, dear.
I want to diagram it. And by the time she gets to the
Could
stars...
she bring her current lover?
Yeah, really, that'd be cool.
Oh.
I'm sorry, yeah.
No, I was just thinking about something. She has kids, right?
Yeah.
How do you have kids?
Well, that's what we're going to find out during the show.
No, not physically. How do you have them?
No, but how do you give birth?
How do you have kids if you have no limbs? How do you have kids with limbs?
Isn't
there like a chance? No, is it like
there's a chance, but she had healthy children.
Because like Bree Walker had that kid.
Yeah, well, she
but
lost
she
out.
has limbs.
Yeah.
They're just folded.
Yeah,
right, but I'm saying that isn't there a chance that you can?
Sure.
You know,
do you think she really cared?
Who knows if it's genetic what she has?
Right. Who knows? Maybe she just got paralyzed.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, I thought it was.
Well, don't think so much. Anyway, so
the ball girls.
That's right.
Celeste.
So, like, one should be wearing Celeste is...
Celeste, why don't we tell her to wear what she wore to the underpants party? Because it's pretty funny. She wears these big fuzzy slippers.
Yeah, that'll be good.
kind of like nightgown looking thing.
Yeah, like a house coat.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like Igor.
She look like Miss Ellie.
Yeah, and I want the girls, like, one in a nice skimpy T-shirt that we can keep wetting down.
Okay, well, the three girls that came here will be no problem. They own several different outfits.
Yeah, but, like, I want to see the outfits before... I want them down here in their outfits. I want to know what they're going to be wearing.
Okay, we have like two...
Because what women think is skimpy is not maybe skimpy enough.
We have like 2 or 3 amateurs that we definitely have to screen.
Right.
You know, because there's a couple of girls that I know, they know exactly what to wear.
Right.
So we want like...
Because I don't want the Vice Squad arresting me that night.
Right.
You know, I really prefer not to have that happen. I couldn't believe I read in Newsday. Did we ever read that on the air?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Read in Newsday. This jerk reporter, got a big story, I guess. Called the Nassau Coliseum and called the Vice Squad out in Nassau County and found out that women can't be topless. Nobody would have cared until this idiot went and asked.
They actually have a law banning toplessness.
Yeah.
And that they're going to enforce.
But don't they have a law banning crack and everybody's doing it?
That one they can't enforce.
Yeah, that they can't. But so evidently like, the whole Vice Squad's going to be on the...
The topless thing they've got covered.
Yeah, so... And I want to find out what like Kimberly's going to be wearing.
She's going to say, well, what do you want me to wear?
Yeah, right. What do you want me to wear?
What do we want her to wear?
Bathing suit.
A bathing suit?
Yeah.
Like a bikini?
Yeah, I think she would.
And high heels?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Don't you want her to wear that girl? She did that pictorial.
Yeah, could you bring that girl, too, that she did the pictorial with, the lesbian thing? Because if we hypnotize her to get her to do that, man, that would be awesome.
She's bringing
I want to hypnose all the ball girls later, too. There's a couple in there I'd really like to hypnotize.
She's bringing her friend that she brought to the Super Bowl party, who, if it's impossible to have a better butt than Kimberly, she's got
bring her. Oh, she's bringing Candy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to meet Candy.
Oh, they didn't hypnotize Candy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So those two would be in bikini and high heels?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Please.
Hey, wait a second. How about if they start out in those skin-tight outfits
and then they strip down a little?
Strip down to bikinis?
Yeah. Okay.
Or Kimberly and her leather.
Another idea coming in.
Well, why? I don't know how expensive their outfits are, but why don't you bring a pair of scissors? If it's not skimpy enough, you could
oh dear,
cut it down,
carve them down a little bit.
Okay, I like that.
Kimberly's never going to let you cut any of her clothes.
Yeah, she's not going to let us cut her clothes.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I guess she wouldn't.
No, she wouldn't. Financially, she wouldn't.
Right.
Really? She wears that expensive stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Expensive spandex.
Yeah. You know what that stuff costs, Robin?
Well, I keep thinking, I have these pictures from the